Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Today's a big day. I just learned something I literally have wondered.
2 days in a row.
My entire life.
We've had some pretty big learnings here.
We get to the bottom of the questions that, people want answers to here on this show. And all my life I've wondered, why is it Hardee's one place and Carl's Jr. in another? What's the dividing line? I know some people have...
You're not alone.
I know some people ponder more weighty questions than that. But that's the sort of question I ponder. Why is it Hardee's in one spot and Carl's Jr. in another? Well, I, of course, said it out loud during the break, and our boy here, Bart, gets to the bottom of it. What's the story, Bart?
So excited.
I am.
That's awesome.
So, Carl's Jr. is the elder company. It was founded on the back end of a Carl's
On the back of a pickup.
a Carl's drive-in restaurant. That's why this is Carl's Jr.
Ah, well, that explains everything.
Yeah.
And
It's like the son of the drive-through restaurant.
yeah, and so Carl's Jr. started. That was on the West Coast in California, and then Hardee's opened on the East Coast. In 1997, Carl's acquired Hardee's for a paltry $327 million. And there is a dividing line.
Well, why is there a Carl's Jr. in Tulsa?
Because Oklahoma is Carl's country.
That's what everybody wants to know.
Oklahoma's Carl's country. The dividing line is more of a diagonal across the United States. Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Kansas, down to Arkansas, Louisiana. That's Hardee's country, and east is Hardee's country.
Okay.
West of that is Carl's Jr. territory.
I'm not the only one who's wondering.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You all right, Arthur?
I am. I'm on the treadmill, so I'm doing okay.
You're on right
I
now?
normally wake up. Yeah, I'm on it right now. I've been on 30 minutes, a little over 2.5 miles, and I'm cooling down a bit, and then I'm going to go move my laundry over and then do some weight training. Because, look, I'm 55 years old, my credit sucks, my future's not too bright, but at least I'm good looking and in good shape.
There you go.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo
There we
Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
This is a classic example of something I've said time and time again of the men in suits ruining college athletics for everyone. Look, this is catastrophically dumb. It's pure greed. Like, bite me. The setup, by the way, is also just stupid. That doesn't make any. That's nonsensical.
Nonsense.
I want him to leave.
that's
I want
what-
him to abdicate.
That's where it is.
Vacate the position. We are going to be debating some really, truly vile resumes come next March. They are slimy and do not deserve anything nice. It's going to be brutal.
I mean, that is stupid. You hit the nail on the head, Bart. Say it again.
It's stupid.
Well, that's where we left off. Where we left you yesterday. That's where we were, but it's that's a whole new day today. I just wanted to hear that one more time if you wanted to know the truth.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Hey, Bart.
Bart.
Good morning.
Edward.
Good morning.
Riley.
If
Good
that
to see
thing
everyone.
doesn't go
Good
viral,
morning.
I don't know what will.
I can't imagine.
Certainly with English professors, it'll be.
Well, there's
That'll be
so much there.
It'll
I
be
mean,
a class.
it
It's
is-
going to be played in
yes.
classrooms all over the country
It's
today.
fertile ground.
Here's how you use
Yes.
the English language.
is.
Here's what
It is.
vocabulary looks like.
Command of the language.
And no swearing,
Yes.
you know?
Well,
I mean,
yes, he's clean.
You know, the swearing has really taken over the vocabulary, right? It's lazy.
You know,
Well, when you don't know what else to say, you throw that out there.
you just
At least that's been my approach. But I can't speak for everyone.
Well, I thought it was very well done.
Yeah.
That's Bart on the NCAA tournament expansion, but really just the state of college sports.
It just applies to a lot of things
Yeah.
if you really break it down.
Yeah.
If you really break it down.
Yeah, that could be. I should have asked the question. What do you think Bart was talking about?
Yeah. That's funny.
What-
It could have been any number of things.
Yeah. What else would you apply that to?
I mean, a lot of things. I think you could apply it to a lot of things.
It's 40 seconds of a commentary, a mashed up commentary that applies to a lot of things in college athletics right now.
It's not just college athletics, the world.
Well, yeah, I guess.
The world.
I guess that's true.
It's a way of
Construction,
living. It's a way of
construction.
living. It's not just sports.
Speaking of the world, man, on the way in here today, I just felt like it was a busier Thursday morning.
I
on
thought
the
the
road.
same
Yeah.
thing.
Likewise.
And I'm pretty sure I saw a guy getting kicked out of a car and
Oh.
left
Oh.
in a parking lot.
Wow.
He didn't have a shirt on,
Said the wrong thing.
and the car was pulling away, and he was walking off behind a building, and I just thought, that's a not,
It's a good way to think.
not a great way to end your Wednesday night or start your Thursday morning. I'm not sure what was happening, and I didn't stop to find out.
Yeah, I was going to
Didn't
say.
seem like
yeah.
I should get involved, and I had to get to the show.
Well, that's
you know.
just it. Yeah, you could have found yourself in something that would have, been time consuming.
Hey guys,
You were in a
I'm
hurry.
giving a ride to a stranger.
Yeah.
To
nah,
turns out it's in Gentry.
no. No, we're
I'll
not
be
I'm out.
I'll be late
out.
today. I'm doing a good deed.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm out.
I was just in Gentry recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You go to the zoo. What do they? Do they still have
I
the
don't think
safari
they have that anymore.
in Gentry?
I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore.
Chuck and I are working.
I
on,
don't know.
Chuck
don't
and I
know.
are working on plans to take you around the state
Okay.
to places that you may never have even heard of within the state of Arkansas.
I've been around.
We get on that Arkansas. We've heard.
I've been around the same exact number of years as you have in Arkansas, Bill.
Well, I did not realize this was a contest.
I just-
No one told me.
Well, listen, Edward, it's in there. Yeah, it's below the surface.
Oh, I know that.
What
I know.
What service act do you want to compete in today?
Oh, but there's something we can find.
This started 2 days ago,
Quick,
and
someone needs help across the street, Edward.
yeah,
I would be happy to help. The studio does. I see crumbs everywhere. So vacuuming, maybe, perhaps.
you're gonna do that today.
I could.
Yeah,
One of us could
yeah. How about you go ahead?
during the
I
first
want
segment.
you to feel like a winner today.
That's what we should do. We should have Edward cleaning up.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to do it, do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe there is nowhere to take you. We'll take.
Anyways,
somewhere
yeah,
else.
that would be fun.
Someone
Let's
else
do
could
it.
go. But I mean, there's all these places. Like go to arkansas.com, the
Mm-hmm.
website, Arkansas Parks and Tourism, and you'll see all these like restaurants,
Mm.
places in the state that maybe you've heard of, but a lot of them you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that made me think about it was the Gentry safari situation.
Yes.
There's a
You're-
great restaurant in Gentry we went to.
Yeah,
But I wonder if it's on the website.
Yeah, that's
I'm
another.
curious.
See, it's things like that.
Yeah.
It's things like that. But I didn't know that you'd been here as long as I had. I mean,
I was
Wow.
born the year.
you're barely an adult, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we're talking about you don't do stuff like you don't go exploring when you're a kid unless your parents drive you around to do so. But it'd be kind of like Chuck and I taking.
I think there
That's
are
fun.
probably
that would
spots
be
on
fun.
the other side of Arkansas.
Yes. Once we
that
get to
all
Central
of us
Arkansas,
probably
yeah.
have not been to as much as we've been to places over here.
Stop number 1, the Pine Bluff Paper Mill.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Have you been by the Pine Bluff Paper Mill on a
I
trip
can't
to
say I've
Destin?
ever been to Pine Bluff.
Well, if you take a certain way to Florida, you go right by it.
You go right by it.
Okay.
Back in the day, you would know you were getting close.
Smell it.
When it was operational, you'd know you were getting close about, Little Rock. It was different back then.
Yeah.
Morrilton had a paper mill. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smell it now.
You been to Ashdown?
No.
I got a paper mill down
Been
there.
to Texarkana?
Yeah.
I've been through Texarkana. Yeah, been through it.
This is sad, actually, but that Edward's not going with us to Hot Springs tonight. Tomorrow will be a great show. It always starts. You never want to miss the 6 a.m., the 6:02 segment 1 of the final show of the week. Friday morning tomorrow, we'll be talking about how Chuck did in the casino. We'll be talking about how Bart did in the casino. We'll be talking about how I did or didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a riveting segment. I mean, you can just tell really by the mood of us three how it went for each of us.
I wish I was there to witness.
It'll either be joyful or despondent.
One of the two.
We're
Yeah,
joyful.
one of the two.
We're always joyful on a Friday at Oaklawn. I mean, you get to watch the horses warm up out there on the track. The sun's coming up, and I'm looking forward to it. It's our last trip of the racing season.
I know.
That's right.
I know.
The last live racing weekend. It starts now. Here we go. And
I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this weekend because it's a little warmer now, although it's not going to be as warm from what I see. But it's going to be good. And 2 days of racing, it's going to be awesome.
Bart put an extensive forecast in the notes today. I don't know if you've noticed up there at the top.
A Hot Springs forecast?
Well, it's he's got NWA Fayetteville listed.
Little Rock and downstate.
And then he has Little Rock and
Scattered
downstate.
showers. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of, cloudy and
Bart does
maybe
his
rainy.
personal forecast when he does the weather
I know
on the
he does.
notes. Does his personal forecast. So he'll put, this is where I am right now. Here's where I'm going to be later today.
Yeah.
So if he were going to like Atlanta today, it would start off NWA Fayetteville, cloudy with a chance of afternoon showers, high near 67. This evening in Atlanta, where I'll be, he'll go on to say whatever it's going to be there. Little Rock and downstate. What is downstate?
I don't know. I made it up.
Other side of the tunnel.
I mean, that's not the kind of unity we're looking for. Down there, downstate.
No, that's not what it
down is a
means.
powerful word.
That's not
Bart.
what it means.
Down is a
It's south.
powerful word.
South.
Yeah. Southward as they go.
Yeah.
Lower Arkansas.
You see, I like downstate
LA.
better than lower Arkansas.
I like L.A. I've always gone with
That's a good
L.A.
one. Scattered showers likely in the southward as they go areas are likely all day. High of 68, rain chance 84%. Winds 10
That's
to
pretty
12
precise
knots.
right there.
10 to 12
I did not say knots.
knots. Okay, so today, the Razorback baseball team won, by the way.
They
5-2,
did.
3 o'clock
They did.
game yesterday.
Final non-conference game.
Most people probably knew before they went to bed. So
It was an afternoon game.
yeah, it was an afternoon game. Today is National Honesty Day. What do you want to do with that?
Well, you guys do whatever you want.
I think that's a good opportunity for us to just be honest.
Let's be honest.
Just and look, vulnerable.
Well,
I think you lost Chuck there.
what are we doing?
I think today's the day that
You
you
want to go there?
can tell us what you're thinking about whatever. But we can start with the Razorbacks. We can go with college athletic. I mean, you could be honest about the show. Like I wish they'd do something else in this slot. There's nothing else I have to go to every day. I swear I'm going to download a podcast to listen to instead of this vile show, to use one of Bart's words. And I just forget. And so I'm stuck with you guys. You can be honest.
Let's be honest.
The question is, who's going to kick it off? Who's going to start the honesty day?
Well, I think I was pretty honest yesterday in my assessment
You were.
of the NCAA and leadership in college athletics.
This day does embody you. This is a day that the Lord has made.
Let us rejoice,
Let's
and be
rejoice and be
glad.
glad.
Well, now let me ask
And
you
it was
this.
for you.
Let me ask you this. That phrase, I'll be honest with you. I admit, I fall back on that phrase a lot.
yeah.
When someone says to you, I'll be honest with you, don't you really know in your heart of hearts they're about to be dishonest with you? Or at least not completely honest with you?
That's a cynical way of looking at it. Yes.
Well, but I mean, seriously.
I mean, no, I know what you're saying. With all due respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about to be
It
disrespectful.
can
to you.
go either way. I mean, it can go either way. It could be sincere or it could be,
Also, it's just something that it's a crutch phrase that people
That's right.
people say I don't know if they've really thought about what they mean when they say it.
Be honest with us, Bart.
But I
To
think
be honest with you,
I think you can actually be honest. Like I'll be honest with you. When I saw that Georgia was favored by 13.5 points against Arkansas in football this fall, in the early lines.
Here we go.
I went ahead and took Georgia minus 13.5.
He's really opening up.
Because I imagine that line will be about 20.5 by the time the game happens.
thank you.
That's a good start.
That's a good start.
That's honest.
So
it's right here. It's right here.
You started.
I did it.
I mean, that could have been more ambiguous. Like I thought that wasn't enough. Those weren't enough points.
Well, I don't think it's.
But
enough.
you went
If you were
ahead
really
and
being
said,
honest,
to
you'd
be
tell us how
honest.
much you bet on it.
That is true. Bart has never revealed
Nah,
his unit size.
No, he does not reveal his unit size.
Well,
Thankfully.
Man never reveals
Wow.
his unit size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. With that, we do not need.
Oh, we're such a bunch of juveniles, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Juvenile hour.
this morning. It's please do not do that. Please do not.
Be honest
Please
with
do
us,
not.
but
Yeah.
Not too honest.
Yeah. Yes. I think we can stay above the line.
you sure?
How'd y'all do on National Zipper Day, by the way, yesterday? Everybody do okay?
Stay vigilant.
Stayed
Yeah.
vigilant.
I had no
yeah.
zippers
I had
on
no
my
I
body
stayed
yesterday.
vigilant.
I had no zippers.
Oh,
I had no
wow.
zippers either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you guys wearing? Sweatpants all day?
Just some
Joggers.
Lululemon.
Joggers.
Oh, they're joggers.
Joggers.
Yeah, joggers.
Joggers.
They're not sweatpants.
The J is silent.
Joggers.
Joggers.
Lewis put the fancy back in sweatpants.
know.
They really
They
have.
turn them into $100 deals.
They
now.
really have.
That's what I'm wearing right now.
Is there anything at Lulu? Like what are the percentage of things at Lulu that do not cost $100?
Where's your $99 rack? I don't think they have one of those.
It's
very fair.
it's like 60. There's a $60 to $90 rack, and then there's the $99 and above.
They last forever, though.
Oh
It-
yeah,
It's worth
oh,
it.
do they? Yeah,
That's
I-
what the line kids
I
have
keep
used
telling
for
my
10 years now.
telling my daughter that when she wants something else. like all the things you have, like none of it's going. I mean, it's going to last forever.
I've been rotating the same 3 pairs of Lululemon pants for like 6 years now. They're like brand new.
They last.
I love them,
To be honest with you.
to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. We're to be honest with you. Today is National Honesty Day. This is just as much about you as it is about me.
Get something off your chest.
877-377-6963. Listen. And we'll listen. We will listen,
I should have honest.
and we're going to open it up today, and this is going to be a day of healing and cleansing. It's going to be a day of, you don't have to carry that around anymore. But we're going to start.
Chuck's gonna
we can start with the
vomit.
Razorbacks, but just like it's open for you to share your honest thought. And you know what? We'll just listen. We'll just listen, and then we'll continue with the next and the next. And Bart got it started. It was kind of a weak start. Bart gambling and telling us what he did at gambling is, that's every day. I think we need to do something more meaningful.
How'd that home run round robin go last night?
Yeah.
Well, that didn't go particularly well, but I'll be honest with you. I hit a 22-1 NBA parlay last night.
Wow.
So that's 3 straight days of cashing tickets with long odds.
He's a winner.
So
He didn't share that one. with
that's
me.
well, it was the last minute prior to the game starting.
Do you ever get tired of winning, Bart?
No, sure don't.
No.
Your mood is affected by your gambling, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well,
I'll be honest
I
with
can-
you. I'll be honest.
Honestly, I think that when you come in and you have a bounce in your step, that's an indication that you hit something last night.
I'll be honest with you. I can tell whether you've won or lost.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Well,
I mean, as long as we're being
Chuck's
honest.
honesty is going to be
As far as I'm going, I can tell.
That's fair.
about
You can be honest about others.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be about you. And Chuck's going to take that route.
No, I just
I can tell.
I'll be honest. I can tell.
tell
I'm sure
things
there's,
about
I'll be honest about some things with me too. Once we're off the air. But
Yeah, just want to hear one thing, Chuck. Just one thing you want to be honest about. Do you think the Razorback football team will win more than 4 games. That's the number. It's 4.5.
I know.
So
well, 4.5.
We'll get Chuck to give us.
4.5.
They're going to win 4.5.
I don't think they're going to win 4.5.
We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank. A bunch of honest people there. People you can count on, depend on. Great people helping our Kansans every day. We love First Security Bank and the people there. You will too. More convenient locations, helping you bank better. FSBank.com. First Security Bank, member FDIC. National Honesty Day.
There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for tough, reliable equipment from folks who feel like neighbors? WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. They're big hog fans, just like you, and they're always ready to help you find the right equipment for your job. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust to get the work done right. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcat machines, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated.
You're not a number here. It's a family atmosphere, and you're going to know who you are, going to know who your kids are, your family is.
DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people. It feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters.
We preach home time, and in essence, that's probably our biggest attribute is just the family atmosphere and knowing our drivers the way we do.
If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com. Dale, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, my gosh. I'm finally on.
You're on.
I've been listening to you guys forever. You guys are awesome.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
There are some traditions in Arkansas that we pass down from generation to generation, and at Blakeman's, they believe your jewelry should be one of them. As the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they've spent over 35 years helping families celebrate their most meaningful moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. This Mother's Day, honor the woman who started it all with a gift as remarkable as she is. From brilliant diamonds to modern-day essentials for daily wear, Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, celebrating Arkansas families since 1987.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for The Chuck and Bo Show.
I've learned so much just off the air today, listening to Bart and Edward and Riley. I'm really out of touch. I mean, I really am.
With what?
With everything.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did we get it? Did you get the Kentucky fans? Are we hearing Kentucky fans today? From
I listened to a little bit of that yesterday.
I didn't see anything else.
I mean, did you listen to the callers? Did you sit there for 2 hours and listen to the callers and see what they said?
I did.
No.
They were hopeless.
They were
hopeless.
Hopeless.
Without hope.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Riley, it's National Honesty
It's National
Day.
Honesty Day.
What do you have for us, Riley?
Yeah, I have an HR complaint I would like to make.
What?
I
What?
What?
Here in this studio, I have been peer pressured into gambling. Well,
Bart?
Don't look at me.
Remain anonymous as to who it is.
Okay.
But,
So what happened?
so
Let's just have the HR. meeting
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
what's the deal?
Come to us. Tell us what's
Do
going
you
on.
feel pressure to gamble, Riley?
yes, I do.
Okay.
It's just like the whole vibe, the whole vibe of the office is very
Constant talk about
Yeah.
gambling, isn't
Yes.
it? I feel the same way.
Yeah. But when the the FanDuel thing started happening in Arkansas, it was that whole like $5 get your 300 or whatever.
Right.
And someone wanted to get their free money off of me, and they were like,
Right.
"Hey, put money into your account,
Right.
place a wager, I get my free money.
Right.
It's all good."
So they wanted you, this person,
Yes.
wanted you to put a $5 bet down.
Yes.
And then you get the $300 in free bets or bonus bets, whatever.
Yes.
Right.
And then they get
And then they were going to use.
They
that
were gonna use it.
$300. Is that right?
something along those lines. Yeah.
And so, what did you say? What was
I-
your
Were you
response?
taken aback?
No, but like
Were you uncomfortable?
Is that person in the room right now?
maybe. Maybe.
Is
someone-
it Bart? Is it Bart? Let's just do this process of elimination. Is it Bart?
Bart, what do you have to say?
Let's be honest now.
It was certainly not I.
It was not Bart.
It was not I.
Was it Edward? Edward? Edward.
Edward, you need
What
to-
happened, Edward? What happened?
Can I be honest?
Yes.
I feel like this is a bit I don't know what's happening right now. Riley for weeks has been asking questions about gambling. What's a leg? What's a leg in a parlay? What does that mean? What does this mean? Oh, I downloaded FanDuel on my phone. How do I I'm curious. Okay, I just said
Gambling curious.
if you sign up, use the code and we all get money. What's wrong with that?
Really? This is like getting a nerve.
Let me be honest, because I feel attacked right now. I feel attacked.
Yes, just you're being pummeled right
I'm going
now.
to be honest. I support Edward's
Ah, corroboration.
He doesn't have headphones on.
There's some technique involved. Away.
Riley, you still have to control the board.
Yeah.
Edward yells into the microphone. You have to turn it down. Even if we have a dispute.
Are those headphones on, Riley?
Oh, they're on.
Oh, okay.
Mine are on.
Edward has no headphones. on.
I can't hear myself.
He can't tell what anything sounds like.
Oh.
And this is the first for the Chuck and Bo Show. We have a live HR meeting happening. So, Mr. HR Director, how do you handle this, Chuck?
Now you guys figure it out, man. I don't care. I mean, look, Riley was, Riley clearly is, curious about gambling. Now, is that her fault? Was she curious about gambling before she came here? Probably not.
That's a good point.
So, is there something going on there? Probably so. But now, you're getting into some fraudulent stuff there.
How's that?
Well, she signs up for the $300 bets, and
What's
Edward
fraudulent
actually.
about that?
Well, because
I'm understanding now. See, I'm not as aware, but if I could,
It's a promo.
as chair 2 in the HR seat here, as your assistant, Chuck, if I could ask a
I know
question.
this was going to be
Now
my
it
call.
sounds to me like Riley, you would get your $300. That's up to you. It's also up to you if you want to place a bet. We'll get to whether you felt pressured and whether your
the
boss
pressure
is,
comes
or
in giving
that's
him the
HR part.
$300 in bets.
It's not giving him the $300.
That's where I'm headed.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the $300
Right.
for using his promo code.
Correct.
Because he recommended it to Riley.
I understand.
He gets his own free money.
Oh, okay.
He gets $100 free dollars. So he was basically, once he found out, what it sounds like is once he found out that Riley was maybe interested.
I got you.
He saw
Okay.
a chance.
I understand
And
now.
he got ahead of everyone else. And he would don't use Bart's code, use mine.
No, there was
I
none
get
of
the
that.
$100.
But that's the same thing. Whenever it was live in Arkansas, Bart said, "Hey, I'm going to send you guys this link."
He did.
Yeah,
He
what's
sent
wrong
it.
with that? I even offered.
Nobody used it.
I even offered to send Riley the $5 so she wasn't using anything out of her own pocket.
Well, that's a good deal. I mean, $5
and
for
then
100.
and then everybody wins, and then
It's the person in the position of authority, though, pressuring poor young Riley over there.
The thing is,
turn to a life of gambling.
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
I
That's the thing.
mean-
That's the thing. It is the thing.
Where does
that-
it end?
That's the thing.
Where
In
does it end?
a position of power that you are in, Edward, you've got to be very careful about recommendations. Very careful. It only takes one bad day from Riley to take the whole innocent thing and turn it into an accusation.
Well,
And she's right. You're fired.
Edward's going.
Edward's not playing. He's not playing along. He's serious.
Later.
He's
They're
very-
leaving.
He's very serious.
They're
about this.
leaving.
He's very serious.
Goodbye.
It could have. It was very light and fun during the break, and then it turned into like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Riley, do you feel? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to continue to work here?
Yeah, I think I'll be okay.
Let me just say something as a person in a position of authority here in this building in this moment. You should probably not gamble.
Good to know.
Yeah. Now, whether you do or not is up to you, but let the court documents reflect that I said that to you.
Don't let Edward. Don't let Edward pressure you into it.
Come on.
I would just shy away from it. Now, if that's what you choose to do, that's up to you. No judgment.
To be fair, I did try.
But to be
try
honest
to put
with
the $5 into my account.
You did?
I did try, but
Have you, in fact, placed a wager, Riley?
no, I have never.
Would you know what to place one on?
I wouldn't even know how to work the app.
Bart sneezed. He's allergic to somebody who doesn't know how to do
Well,
it.
they're seeing a mark over there.
You say you don't know how to do it on a gambling app. Bart immediately sneezes, eyes watering. Issues, man.
I
Issues.
can't handle it, man.
Issues. Chuck and Bo on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park,
And who
wherever
wouldn't
you
wanna
get
listen
podcasts.
to that again?
That's a better investment, perhaps. Just go buy you a vehicle, right? At
That's
the
right.
Fayetteville Auto
Well,
Park.
yeah, that's what I did, and that's what lots of people do. Lots of people have been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it for over 25 years, as a matter of fact. And, in that business, if you don't treat people right, they move on down the road because there's another place, and you can get a great deal just about anywhere. But what happens after you buy that automobile is what's always separated Fayetteville Auto Park. Now, they've got a great selection. They've got great brands, too. Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. Best pre-owned selection in the area. Certified pre-owned automobiles. And you can check all of them out at FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
National Honesty Day. It's time. It's to share. 877-377-6963. What do you think about the Razorbacks? What do you think about, basketball, football, whatever's on your mind? National Honesty Day. Good morning.
We got wackos, people. There are wackos everywhere. There are wackos everywhere.
I call them our bae. I mean, you call them wackos if you want.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and when it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high-quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork.
I know this is an audio medium, and I shouldn't just shake my head, but words fail me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Will Chuck and I still be doing a show when Arkansas wins a national championship in football?
No. And I'm no.
We'll all be dead and gone.
No.
Well, what about Everett? Will he be here to see it?
What about
No.
What about Bennett?
What about my son?
Yeah, what about Bennett?
No.
He's not even, how old's Bennett? 2?
He'll be 2 1 month from now.
I mean,
Okay.
there's
Now, why do you say
my
that?
point is
Birthday
there is
party
no
invites coming
evidence.
soon.
Okay, good.
There is no evidence whatsoever that points to that.
How about Ryder,
based on
my grandkid?
what we have
Ryder's slightly
today?
younger.
Does my grandkid have a chance
Sure,
at a
maybe-
lifetime
maybe
football
so.
national
Maybe so.
championship?
What about Ryder's children?
I don't
So
even
that's
know.
the near future.
Yeah.
That's the near future.
Look, I mean,
Now, come on, Bart. Why do you say that?
because there's no evidence to support the idea that Arkansas is anywhere remotely close to competing for a national championship in football. There's zero evidence to
What if
point
they
to
get
that.
lucky?
Well, you know,
I disagree slightly.
oh, okay, that's fine. But
I'll tell you why. But go ahead.
There's nothing that says that this roster, that this coaching staff, that anything is remotely close to winning a championship.
Well, they just got here.
Well, I know.
And they would have said
know.
this. In fairness, they would have said the same thing about Signetti when he got to Indiana.
Sure, maybe so. And sure, you can catch lightning in a bottle, but there are so many other sports that are an awful lot closer to winning a national championship here than.
But does it
than
matter?
football.
I'm talking about not to that team and the program. I'm talking about the fan base, which is every Arkansan that cares anything about the Razorbacks. Does it matter? If you win every single championship in 18 other sports, does it matter?
It should, because you're not going to win one in football anytime soon.
Yeah, but whether it should or not, it doesn't change whether it does.
I understand that. I do. I really do.
You know, Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com.
I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
9 games remaining for the baseball Razorbacks after their win over Northwestern State. Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Kentucky. In that order. We'll wrap up the regular season. They play Ole Miss tomorrow night at home. Softball's at Texas tonight.
They're 10 wins away from 40.
Right.
And Van Horn has had 8 consecutive seasons, if my memory's right, of 40 consecutive wins.
I got to get
or 40 win seasons. 8 consecutive seasons of 40 wins or more. Can they get there? They got 9 regular season games left. Can they get there? Win enough games in postseason? Not that that's a big deal, but it's kind of interesting.
Well, I mean, it's a milestone.
He's got a streak going.
I mean, he does.
And, it kind of indicates or does indicate the amount of success.
40's that
he's had
magic
here.
number.
Yeah,
I mean, 40's the magic number.
Sterling's in Center Ridge. Sterling, good morning. It's National Honesty Day.
Hey, guys. I hope y'all having a wonderful day. And I saw that they expanded the tournament to 76 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in favor of that. I'm not in favor of eventually getting to 96. But I am tired of it being – I'm tired of these leagues, everybody expanding. Like that's the right thing. What happens to less is more? What happens to people thinking like that? And I know everything's money-driven. But if you're going to keep expanding, why don't you just cut the cord, go to 128. That's 1 extra game for the field. You start a tournament on Tuesday. You have instead of selection Sunday, selection Saturday, 128. Nobody can't gripe anymore. Nobody can't complain about not being in. 128. That's like the tennis tournaments and the Grand Slams. And instead of winning 6 games, you got to win 7. And we go from there. Because I'm tired of from 64 to 66, 68, now 76, and I done heard people talk about 96. Let's just get it over with. Cut the cord, and just go ahead and go to 128. Not that I'm in favor of it. Yes. I'm just tired of the movement.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, because it's just been incremental. And, I get what you're saying. I don't know if I'm totally on board, but I get it.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yep.
I'm not on board.
I didn't say I was completely on board either. But
I'm just tired of the movement.
I hear you.
Every second.
I hear you.
The tournament
every 2 years.
starts on Thursday. All this is a pre-tournament to the tournament. And they just keep expanding the pre-tournament.
But there are going to be so many games, there are going to be so many games in the pre-tournament that you're not going to be able to call it the pre-tournament because they're going to be playing all day. I mean, when you add that number of games,
tournament.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way it's going to remain the way it is now.
It's the garbage tournament.
It will gradually change.
It's terrible, Sterling. It's just terrible.
Yeah, I totally
Bart
agree.
said it was vile.
It's vile.
And my last thing is on the GOAT. I don't think neither one of them is necessarily my GOAT, but the argument's getting tired.
No, you're talking about the Jordan-LeBron thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I got tired of that like 15 years ago.
It's about like Pete Rose and in the Hall of Fame. It's getting a little tired now. And another thing, if you can't mention the guy that scored 100 points in a game, and you can't mention the guy that was the greatest high school player, greatest college player, and arguably the greatest NBA player, if they can't be in the discussion, I don't want to have the discussion. Y'all guys have a great day.
All right, Sterling. Thank you.
They must have been talking about in that break.
Well, I think what happened, I saw some blurb from LeBron. Evidently, LeBron discussed it, I guess, and said, I don't ever think about that because we've got different games. And, of course, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, geez, we're going to have to talk about this for a week. And and not that that's a
To be honest with you.
To be honest with you, that's not my favorite topic.
Does anybody really care?
Well, no. Well, maybe some do. Here's the thing. And this is all I'll say about it.
Here we go.
If you're not of an age where you were able to see both play, or be of an age where you had an appreciation for what both can do, I don't think you can just look at a stat line and make the argument. And that's what a lot of people do. They just look at the stat line. So that's it.
Yeah, that goes for a lot of arguments over eras, right?
It does.
I think it's really hard. We had a lot of Darius Acuff conversation, best Razorback ever.
No one changed the game like Wilt Chamberlain. They changed the rules. They changed everything. I mean, they made him public enemy number one. He was so good. I mean, no one dominated their game like Chamberlain did.
Well, we could talk about Tiger the same way.
You know, Tiger.
And people still say Jack's the greatest golfer of all time because he has more
because
majors.
of the stat line. That's right.
You know, but I mean, you just watch him play.
Tiger Woods is the greatest
player
in
his prime. He was.
Yeah.
In his prime, he was. Now, he made some mistakes along the way.
Yeah, he sure did.
As long as we're being honest
He
here.
can't drive, but that's not the discussion.
Well, he
to be honest.
He changed himself like literally from head to toe. I mean, what was inside his head all the way down to his big toe. He changed everything. Changed his swing, changed everything. Messed it all up.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated can change things for you if you're a driver. They want to be the best place for drivers to work. That's how they built their company. And it still matters to them today. While companies grow, they don't always keep that in mind. And they've done that. It's part of their core principle, who they are. Great place for drivers to work. DriveDSI.com is the website. If you're a driver, OTR professional driver, they're looking for you. They'd love to talk to you. Check out their benefits package, their downtime. They know it's important. Vacation time's important. DriveDSI.com. 645, the Chuck and Bo Show on a Thursday.
Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
If you've been settling for a light beer that just doesn't quite do it, it's time to try Flight by Yuengling. With nearly 200 years of tradition behind every sip and only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs in every can. Whether you're golfing, at a tailgate, or just hanging out in the backyard with friends, Flight delivers real beer flavor without the extra calories. Light beer and a full beer taste. That's something you don't have to apologize for. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
There are some traditions in Arkansas that we pass down from generation to generation, and at Blakeman's, they believe your jewelry should be one of them. As the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they've spent over 35 years helping families celebrate their most meaningful moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. This Mother's Day, honor the woman who started it all with a gift as remarkable as she is. From brilliant diamonds to modern-day essentials for daily wear, Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, celebrating Arkansas families since 1987.
When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age, with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to SweatNumCosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge.
Brew Pig Suey is coming back to Baum Walker Stadium this spring. The annual Arkansas Razorbacks Brew Pig Suey Beer Festival makes its triumphant return to Razorback baseball on Saturday, May 2nd. There will be 25-plus breweries, local food trucks, and a live DJ that'll highlight this festive event. Pre-game festival passes are just $30 and come with a tasting cup and unlimited pours. Secure yours today at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
There are a lot of stupid people in the world, man. I think you underestimate the number of stupid people out there.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service.
And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated.
You're not a number here. It's a family atmosphere, and you're going to know who you are, going to know who your kids are, your family is.
DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people. It feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters.
We preach home time, and in essence, that's probably our biggest attribute is just the family atmosphere and knowing our drivers the way we do.
If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Your favorite word, respectfully.
Yeah.
You suck.
Anytime, and I include myself in this, if the word respectfully or with all my respect comes out, somebody's
with all my respect.
Somebody's about to get it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, real quick, I want to remind you that the Yingling Light Logger Stage 5 at Beaver Lake is happening, the Major League Fishing Tournament. And the weigh-ins are going to be at Bass Pro. And it's happening from today through May 3rd. And Major League Fishing is giving away a Yingling gear prize pack valued at $750. All kinds of stuff in here. So if you want to go to one of the weigh-ins at the Bass Pro Shops.
Sometimes those are fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are. They get a little rowdy.
I mean, it's made for television. They do a good job with the weigh-in. That's happening all weekend at Rogers location at Bass Pro. So if you want to go by there and check that out, it's this weekend. And we'll be at Oaklawn tonight. Looking forward to doing the show there tomorrow. Let's go to the phones. It's beyond National Honesty Day. Jesse's in Springdale. Jesse, good morning.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Jesse.
I just wanted to weigh in on the expansion of the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
Like, what are they doing? What are they trying to accomplish with this? I mean, since, last year and this year, we haven't had anything beyond a 3 seed in the Final Four. Like, the day of the Cinderella is already over. Now we're going to put more, quote, Cinderellas in the tournament?
They want more power conference teams in the tournament. That's what they want. Like they wanted Auburn in this year, or any of the other. That's the one we're familiar with in our league. I'm sure there are others too from other conferences, but that's what they want. They want the power leagues in there. It's not going to be Cinderella.
Well, there'll be some, but
not.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Whomever gets in isn't any good.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to win it. That's for sure.
Nobody understands why they're doing this, except for coaches that have missed the NCAA tournament before.
Here's the part that I don't really comprehend in all this is I've not heard even the people you're talking about comprise maybe, 10, 15% of the people out there? When 80, 90% of the people don't want you to do it, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Your fan base overwhelmingly thinks this is dumb. Not that they're against college basketball, not that they don't like watching more games. It's just, why mess with something that's not broken? I just think that's what most people react to, and I don't understand why they're doing it.
Ryan's in Hot Springs. Good morning, Ryan. What's happening?
Oh, y'all were talking about Beaver, and I thought if y'all didn't know this, I wanted to give you all a fun little trivia thing about Beaver Lake real quick, if that's cool.
Well, it's the coolest.
Well, so did y'all know Beaver is actually the home of the BASS? The first ever BASS tournament was actually held on Beaver. It was held as a tournament between an Oklahoma club and a Memphis club. You want to know what legendary bass fisherman was out of the Memphis club?
Bill Dance?
Bill Dance. Yes, sir, Bill Dance.
His
club actually,
Big Bass
his
Chuck.
club actually, so his club actually lost to the Oklahoma club. But anyway, that was the first ever BASS tournament was held on Beaver.
I didn't know
How about that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that you were Big Bass Chuck either. Wow. Wow.
I jumped
Look
all
at
over
you.
that, didn't I?
Look at you.
Bill Dance.
Wow. When's the last time you've been out there on Beaver Lake looking for bass and crappie?
It's been a while. But I can reel them in. Don't kid yourself.
Well, Bruce Stanton's got a seat for you right next to him.
I'm sure I'm sure those guys will be having a big time. I'm sure they will. It'll be fun.
That'll be a big. Hey, if you like fishing, it is. It's actually one of those things you turn on television, and the next thing you know, you've been watching it for 10 minutes.
Oh, I know.
Big light logger from Yingling giveaway there.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at pascalpropath.org.
With Arkansas baseball, softball, and basketball seasons in full swing, there's no better place to catch all the action than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, you won't miss a single play. Enjoy mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus the best burgers, draft beers, and cocktails that keep fans coming back. It's incredible food and a game day atmosphere like none other. With 5 locations across Arkansas, it's Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorback, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at mcdonaldeye.com.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Chapel Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. I still think there's a right way to do things, and money has become part of this equation. But if you go back to the right way to do things, I recruit you. We have a great system. You want to be a part of this system. You want to go here, improve your game. While you're here, we're going to win. We're going to put some other guys that are like-minded with you. We're going to create some connectivity, some chemistry, but we're all on the same page here to try to develop you for what you eventually want to become, okay? That whole thing, to me, is still at the core of the foundation of how you're going to build a successful program. We've added money into that equation, and I get that, and you've got to play that game to a certain extent. But when it becomes more about the money than it becomes about that, I think that's where it all gets screwed up for programs and players.
There's only 4 or 5 programs, though, that have that luxury. Fortunately for us, we're one of them. A program like Miami, they don't necessarily have that luxury. They're chasing. Program like Louisville, they're chasing.
I think Kentucky's been chasing a little bit since
they have been chasing.
I'm not trying to pick on them in this.
No, they've been
particular
chasing
case.
some. They've been chasing.
But I think what was interesting about that whole deal is they went and hired Mark Pope, but then they tried to make up the difference between Pope and Cal and act like they were the same by spending money on players. And look, they weren't terrible. I mean, they had a formidable roster. But I just think there's really something too. You're right. I agree 100% with what you're saying, Chuck. There's really something too, though, when it becomes about that money. It becomes about something different than you really need in your organization to
because
win.
you've overpaid for it. I mean, that's the thing that, I mean, we can talk about this till 10 o'clock in the morning, but that's the part that drives me nuts about the transfer portal. People say, well, you got to have money. You got to have money. Yeah, you do. But at some point, let's spend our money wisely.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
For the first time in my life last night, did Walmart pickup. I pulled into slot number 21, informed them on the app that I was there, and bang,
This is
bang.
huge.
A lovely young lady comes out and puts all my groceries in my truck. And I'm thinking, is this a great country or what? Who knew? Who knew? How come I haven't been doing this?
Does anybody else want a GoPro in Chuck's vehicle?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Bo wins the servant leadership trophy today. He caught Edward out of the room, and bang, he's gone to get breakfast. So he'll be back momentarily. and we'll look forward to his return. You know, I was listening to a couple of the calls there during the first hour. I was reading JT's text. When has the NCAA ever done anything that makes sense? This basketball expansion has resonated with people, I guess, because people look at it and they just shake their head and wonder why. And the explanation is because they want bigger conference teams to get in this thing. And I'm going to be honest with you on National Honesty Day. I don't fully understand how all this unit stuff works. Maybe you can help us, Bart, where, as you win, you get you get units. And at the end of the tournament, those units turn into money. Now, it's not a lot of money. It's not TV money, so to speak. I shouldn't say it's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But by comparison, it's not a lot. And it's not enough necessarily to alter the format of the tournament. So is this an incremental step? Is this just a step toward 96 or 128? Or, Bobby Knight back before he died advocating everybody getting in. Let's just let everybody in and play this thing out. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But it just seems like right now they're sort of putting their foot in the water, sort of expanding, just enough to screw everything up. And everybody's kind of looking at it and just shaking their heads and wondering what the deal is.
So for each win in the NCAA tournament a team has, that conference receives a payout. It's known as a unit, or they call it a unit. This past year is worth around $2 million.
It's a lot of money.
It is.
But by comparison, it's not TV money.
It's not. You're talking about, say a team gets two teams in the first four and they each win games. You're SEC. Let's use the SEC for example. Say Texas and Oklahoma get into the first four. They each win. That's an additional $4 million split 16 ways.
Right.
We're not.
It goes to the conference.
We're not talking about a lot of money here.
It's part of
in grand.
Well,
conversation.
Every year when they go through and they say, the SEC's got this big pot of money and everybody gets this much,
it goes to that.
Thanks for playing. It goes into that fund essentially. Right. So, it's a sizable sum, but it's not enough necessarily to tip the scales. From our perspective,
might pay for a couple of trips for
basically what it would have meant this year in terms of our league was Auburn would have gotten in, period. Now, I don't think they're doing this because of like all the things Bruce Pearl said on CBS. I don't think that. I think it was in the works before that, and I don't think they're really paying attention to what he says anyway. But it's going to change things because I don't care what anybody says. Thursday's not going to be the day. 5 years from now, Thursday's not going to be the day anymore. There are going to be so many games,
and that's wrong,
played on Tuesday and Wednesday that we have no choice but to pay attention. And 10 years from now, it's going to be like college football. Why do they call it week 0? Why don't they just call it week 1? I say it all the time. We're going to get to that in college basketball. Why do they call those the play-in games? I mean, your bracket's going to have to be done on Tuesdays, the bottom line.
Here's the one way this can be a positive, and there is only one way in which this can be a positive, is if they actually allow, or if they use these spots for teams that deserve to be in the NCAA tournament. The teams on the bubble, the mid-major teams that deserve to be in the tournament, teams from the Mountain West or the A10 or whatever leagues around the country that are really good teams that maybe got knocked out in their conference tournament or something like that, but deserve to be in the field. That's where there's a win, because those teams would then have an opportunity to collect this payday, and that $2 million or whatever goes much further in, say, the Mountain West than it does in the SEC. That's the only way in which this is a good thing, because in every other conceivable way, it is a mistake and a very, very unserious decision.
I think we've got to get over the idea that there's still Cinderella in the NCAA tournament. I think we've got to move beyond that. There may be one here and there, but it's not going to be like a team from the MAC. It's going to be the 9th place team out of the SEC or the 10th place team out of the Big Ten.
I think that's
going to be your Cinderella, because look,
NIL changed it all.
Yes, in the NIL era, that 10th place team out of a power conference, at the very least, are going to be better paid than the team from the MAC. I'm just picking that conference out. It might be a different one. But I think the thinking is that the days of Cinderella are over. So let's stop acting like that it's still around. It's a nostalgic thing. The game's changed. If you can't pay for a good team, you don't belong in the tournament. Now, I know that sounds harsh and cold, but I do think there's a group of people that believe that. And right now, they're the ones behind expanding the tournament to 76. I mean, they are.
Again, like Judge Claudia Wilkin had no idea what she was doing when she opened a Pandora's box based on one thing. And it's.
But she's not the reason they're expanding this thing to 76 teams.
No. I'm talking about like the death of Cinderella and
maybe
and all that.
Maybe so. What'd you get for breakfast? We got to bring Bo's mic up.
I'm back, Riley.
Yeah.
This is a sack full of sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits.
Sweet, man. That's all you really need.
I got no requests on the way out the door. I know what you want, so I got 5 of what you want.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's how you get it done.
That is how you get it done.
You quit wondering about what everybody else wants.
That's right.
Quit
asking
worrying about what
That's
everybody
right.
thinks, and just do. Just get it done.
It's like when you were a kid. Mom brought dinner to the table.
You didn't send out a group text to the family.
I never
what do you want for dinner tonight?
I never got asked what I wanted.
No, you just eat what you get, man.
That's right.
Get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
That's right.
We got a bag of biscuits. Sausage, egg,
I'm
and
great
cheese
with
biscuits.
that. I like sausage, egg, and cheese.
And here's the best part. I ordered
biscuits.
it. I ordered it. I said, I'll have 5 sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. She said, pull around.
That's it.
Just like there's no like, well, what do you know?
That's
what
right.
about this and what about that? Bang, easy.
I'm with you.
Done.
I'm
Shared.
with
No waiting on a yogurt swirl
Nope.
or a pancake platter.
Nope.
Yeah, none of that
No,
stuff.
I only do
no,
that.
okay, pull into the first parking spot
Yeah,
for the
none of that.
pancakes and the
None of
yogurt.
that.
Yeah.
None of that. I don't like your attitude this morning.
I don't like it either.
I don't like your. We need to change your attitude.
I need it
National
now.
Honesty
That's
Day.
awesome.
Your attitude stinks today. What do we do to help you?
I don't know.
Well, I think it starts with the sausage,
egg, and cheese biscuits.
Will that help? Will that help? Can I get you a fridge sig?
That
Does it
will
get
definitely
Coke,
help.
Cold Coke Zero
Perhaps
in
a
there?
real sig. Perhaps a real one.
What are you upset about, Edward?
Well,
the first hour didn't go.
I'm going to the Mavericks.
Well, we
where
went
the
on this
adventure begins.
honesty thing, and he took it too serious, and he didn't play along, and then it's
mad.
caused
He
a
got
problem.
I
and-
said, let's not do it. Let's
well,
not
I
do it.
told Riley how to
You gotta
handle it,
outvote
and
it,
she
yeah.
went a different direction. And when she got on the air, she made her choice. I said, just say,
I think there's too much fun and games
Some guy-
going on, like after the show. It's gonna have to tighten down and be a little more serious, like workplace.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, how about
we're,
you?
We're having too much fun. We're too
How-
friendly.
Well, try not to bring that on the air.
Yeah.
Okay. You keep that. And
You
you're,
need that separation, don't you?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
keep
that's
that
right.
under
The
your
professional
yeah.
separation.
I'm trying to, internalize my attitude right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's poor.
Well, let's talk about this.
Let
Like, how do we change? How
Have
do
a
we
biscuit
turn?
while
I'm
we're
gonna have
talking
the
about
biscuit
this.
and a Coke Zero in the
Yeah.
break, and I'll be okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Smoke, go outside and have a
Chuck.
cigarette.
Here you go. Check. You drop this one. There's
Oh,
another
okay.
one. Look at that. Anybody else?
How about you throw a fastball
Pro-Am breakfast title.
right here,
Pro-Am
I
title.
don't-
You can do it.
I don't like this
right
idea.
to the mitt.
He can do it. Bang.
Yeah, there we go.
Look, I mean,
I
Edward
had to
Carter
throw, I had to
is
throw it
easy.
through the lights.
Yeah,
was
I know,
easy.
that's why I didn't.
Pitch and catch.
Yeah.
It's a
There's
simple game.
there's
Throw the ball,
three-
catch the ball. It's a
There's
simple game.
thumbprints in my biscuit now.
I was going to say,
that was a heater.
Hey, Edward clinched it over there. I don't know if he
I wasn't
squeezed
going to
it.
drop it.
I was going to say, you clinched that
you did.
sausage biscuit.
Yeah, you did. You squeezed.
He really did.
That's right.
Why don't you there's a grease on your ass?
I need a stress ball.
Squeezed a little grease right.
There's a little shimmer when I hold my hand in the light here.
Yeah. One more thought on what you guys were discussing with the NCAA tournament expansion. For me, it's just like what's happened in college athletics, just like without getting in the weeds. We had a history of certain things. Whether you liked certain teams or not, you knew this rivalry game was going to happen. And you knew, this thing on the calendar was going to happen at a certain time of the year. And every Thursday at the beginning of the NCAA tournament is when you come up with the worst lie you've ever told to be off work. or you just mail it in some way.
I don't even lie. I just say
it was there was something about it. It was special. And it still is. But with all the things that have happened, and I put the college football playoff in this category too, it's changed a lot of what we used to enjoy. It doesn't make it maybe less enjoyable. But when you start changing things, it gives people the opportunity to also reevaluate. Do I really like it that much? Do I really enjoy it that much?
Sports is about nostalgia.
Yeah, memories.
And I don't know why we try to move away from some of that. We should embrace that. That's what makes a sports fan when he's 8 and 88. It's nostalgia, it's memories, it's all the things that have become part of our lives. And I don't know why people continually try to mess with that. I'm not saying times don't change, and I'm not saying we should do everything the way we did it when I was 17. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that generations, as they age, they lose sometimes their connection. And I don't know, maybe that's overstating, expanding to 76 teams. I don't know. No. But I do think just in general, people see everything that they used to come to expect, and it's just not that way anymore.
I was scrolling through social media the other day, and I came across this video.
Can I?
And go ahead. Right. And the caption was, if you were an opposing team and you heard this song or this, you knew your season was about to end. And it was like the Chicago Bulls intro video with from the NBA Finals one year or whatever. And I just sat there. I sat there and I watched the whole thing. I couldn't get enough. The crowd pop. Great
memory.
The crowd pop when Jordan gets introduced. It's like the loudest arena you've ever heard. And it's this is awesome. Why is this not a thing anymore? This should be how it is.
Well, traditions that are passed down over generations, and that a kid can relate to the same as a 40-year-old can relate to.
And I'll go back to the example I used yesterday, but in a different way. Talking about the Masters, and the reason the Masters is so revered as a sporting event, in part, is because it is a tradition. And yeah, they've certainly made upgrades to the golf course, to the facilities, to everything. But when you turn on the Masters every year, you know what you're getting, and it is a tradition, and it is the same. Little things here and there might be different, but it's still what you have watched for all these years.
Yeah, and don't mix this up. Things need to evolve, and sometimes there's no reason to keep doing something the way that it was done before.
Absolutely.
But this situation with college athletics, and I hate to say it like this because we're getting very cynical with this term money, but it's changed. It's changed a bunch of traditions, conference expansion and all that. In this NCAA tournament, while the money's not maybe eye-popping, or they're doing it because they're going to make another $500 million, it is about money. It still is about money. That's what, we continue to make moves. And if you had a restaurant that people came to for this menu item, you probably wouldn't keep screwing around with the menu item. But college athletics keeps screwing around with the menu item. And I don't know what it means long term. I don't know if it means less people are going to watch, but I know we like the menu item, so quit screwing around with it. 717, good morning.
Let's just be frank. There's been some football games the last few years that have driven people to drinking.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under 30 grand. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com. We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. As the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, where Arkansas gets engaged.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
There are some traditions in Arkansas that we pass down from generation to generation, and at Blakeman's, they believe your jewelry should be one of them. As the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they've spent over 35 years helping families celebrate their most meaningful moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. This Mother's Day, honor the woman who started it all with a gift as remarkable as she is. From brilliant diamonds to modern-day essentials for daily wear, Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, celebrating Arkansas families since 1987.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
I'll tell you one thing, but listen, what a great show. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I got Z at the bottom of the hour, I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's and Marty Burlesworth at 8:30.
Okay.
Chuck Barrett the rest of the time.
Bo Mattingly.
Bart Pullman.
Bart.
And we're developing. We've got a developing situation with Edwards' attitude.
Yeah.
But it's getting better by the moment. I mean, it wasn't like that bad. It's just off. And, when one person in the family's off, the whole Chuck
Sullen today.
Yeah.
He has a sullen look.
But breakfast helps. And thanks to ProLand Title for that. They bring us the breakfast fund. They make it all possible here. And they make things possible for you that others really can't because they are independently owned, and that gives them the ability to say yes more often and put their clients first. Yes to transactions other companies may not be able to say yes to because of relationships with a huge range of national underwriters. Arkansas natives that live and work right here in the communities that we live in, ProLandTitle.com. Cheer for the Pigs and close with the pros. 7:23, the Hogs open another SEC series. They've got 3 left. This is a home series with Ole Miss. Begins Friday night.
This is a good team. This is a real good team. Very experienced, physical. And throw a lefty at us Friday that's, been around, had an injury, can really pitch. They throw him every game 1, and he'll fight you. And we got to fight him back. And then come with a couple of really big arms right side after that. I think they've got 70-some home runs. They had a hard-fought series with Georgia. I mean, they were down 8 runs in the first game, and they came back and won. And then the second game, they're down 2 runs. In the bottom of the 9th, hit a 2-run homer, tie it up, and ended up going, like 15 innings, and they lost, and then they got beat in game 3. So they're good. Obviously, they're well coached, and it's a big series for both teams.
Hey, Arkansas and Ole Miss have played some dandies over the years. I mean, going all the way back to Arkansas's early days in the SEC right up until now. So I suspect it'll be that kind of series too. And look, Ole Miss is ranked higher than Arkansas, higher RPI. They're a host team right now in all probability. So Arkansas could do very well for themselves by winning this series.
Can I be honest with you on National Honesty Day?
Okay.
I don't think this team looks like a Dave Van Horn coach team. I see mistakes every game being made that are basic things that you would not see from a Dave Van Horn team. Running into outs, you're on second, ground ball to short, you try to run to third, throw you out. Things like that routinely. Throwing the ball where you shouldn't throw the ball. Errors. Can't get a bunt down. I mean, I don't think it's a talent issue. I think it's a portal issue. And I think in today's world, like the difference between having a program where you develop guys, it makes it more difficult. Now, that doesn't mean that he hasn't had success in the portal, because he has. But this, whatever reason, this group's good enough to go out and win games and win series, but they've got to quit making mistakes. And that's what gets you beat when you give extra outs to teams. When you give them extra outs, like in the field, and then you're giving up outs because you're making base running mistakes, I mean, it just kills you.
Best teams in baseball run the bases well and field the ball. I mean, those are things you have to do. Every good team, that's those are the common denominators. Pitching and hitting, it'll come and go. But those other things, you can do every day, and the good teams do them every day. The portal is part of it. I mean, it is. You get all the good things a player does, and you get all his bad habits too. There's not a perfect player out there. So, you've generally got some things that you've got to correct. I look at LSU down there. LSU's not even going to make the NCAA tournament probably. If they do, they'll squeak in. They're going to have to get hot to get there. As their coach Johnson said, despite what people think, this is not an NIL issue. We just missed on some guys. And the thing is, in the portal era, pick your sport. I mean, you miss on 1 or 2 guys, well, your season's shot, because you've spent all your money on that guy. And that's I think some of that's happened here, and I think it's happened in other places too.
Meanwhile, Arkansas basketball is the talk of the recruiting season. John Calipari's had a top 4 consensus class. That means of all the recruiting services, they all had him at least in the top 4 since 2008. And he's got the number 1 class right now. Matt Zimmerman joins us next to talk about the future of Razorback basketball. Do you worry about what any of this is doing to our reputation?
There are times, yes, yes, yes. I do think about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for tough, reliable equipment from folks who feel like neighbors? WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. They're Big Hog fans, just like you, and they're always ready to help you find the right equipment for your job. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust to get the work done right. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcat machines, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Will Chuck and I still be doing a show when Arkansas wins a national championship in football?
No. And I'm, no.
We'll all be dead and gone.
No.
Well, what about Everett? Will he be here to see it?
What about
No.
What about Bennett?
What about my son?
Yeah, what about
No.
He's not even how old's Bennett? 2?
He'll be 2 1 month from now.
I mean,
Okay.
there's
Now, why do you
Birthday
say
party-
that?
My point is
birthday
there is
party in
no
672.
evidence.
Okay, good.
There is no evidence whatsoever that points to that.
How about Ryder,
based on
my grandkid?
what we have
Ryder's slightly
today?
younger.
Does my grandkid have a chance
Sure,
at a
maybe-
lifetime
maybe
football
so.
national
Maybe so.
championship?
What about Ryder's children?
That's-
I don't
so
even
that's
know.
the near future.
Yeah.
That's the near future.
Look, I mean,
Now, come on, Bart. Why do you say that?
because there's no evidence to support the idea that Arkansas is anywhere remotely close to competing for a national championship in football. There's zero evidence to
What if
point
they
to
get
that.
lucky?
Well, you know,
I disagree slightly.
oh, okay, that's fine. But
I'll tell you why. But go ahead.
There's nothing that says that this roster, that this coaching staff, that anything is remotely close to winning a championship.
Well, they just got here.
Well, I know.
And they would have said
know.
this. In fairness, they would have said the same thing about Signetti when he got to Indiana.
Sure, maybe so. And sure, you can catch lightning in a bottle, but there are so many other sports that are an awful lot closer to winning a national championship here than.
But does it
than
matter?
football.
I'm talking about not to that team and the program. I'm talking about the fan base, which is every Arkansan that cares anything about the Razorbacks. Does it matter? If you win every single championship in 18 other sports, does it matter?
It should, because you're not going to win one in football anytime soon.
Yeah, but whether it should or not, it doesn't change whether it does.
I understand that. I do. I really do.
You know, Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com.
I'd like to go to Augusta National.
I would like.
Never been.
I like how you say it better too. Augusta. It's phonetically pleasing.
I strive to be phonetic.
I know you do.
It's one of my goals every morning.
It's a good one.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck, you can see clearly now.
I can.
Thanks to McDonald Eye
rain is gone.
Associates. Yeah. McDonald Eye Associates has an optical trunk show in Fayetteville today from noon to 7 p.m. Discounts up to 50% off on brands like Ray-Ban, Maui Jim, Kate Spade. Join them and see the best in Opticall. It's right there at McDonald Eye, noon to 7. Just drop by. I mean, 50% off on like Ray-Bans.
Considerable.
I mean, good stuff. Great place.
It really is a
great
place.
area. And like most of the people, if not everybody that we talk about on this show, in fact, it is everybody that we talk about. It is about the customer service and about the relationship.
That was they did great work on my eyes, but they, it was a great experience. That's the thing. I mean, from the minute you walk in.
That's what we're looking for. We're
That's
looking
what-
for a
we're
good
looking
experience.
for a great experience.
That's
That's
we're
exactly
looking for.
right.
And we're risking that by having Matt Zimmerman on the show right now. Chuck, would you please introduce your broadcast partner?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's from, what's the name of that town? I can never remember the name of that town.
Hold on. St. Vincent.
St. Vincent, that's it. I always want to say like Healing.
Place at all?
I always want to say like Healing Springs or Mineral Springs or something like that, but it's St. Vincent, Arkansas.
Hang on, Z. We're going to try it again. 3, 2, 1. Chuck, could you bring in your longtime broadcast partner?
Well, from St. Vincent, Arkansas, it's the sharpshooting, Matt Zimmerman. Z.
What are you doing, Z? You got pots and pans? Are you washing dishes?
Are you cleaning?
Yeah, well, these were actually these. Yeah, they're kind of like these things like cookies and stuff like that go in, and I'm kind of getting these all organized. Some left over from Christmas, some left over from Easter, and I've got them all cleaned and I'm putting them on this shelf.
Are you at home or are you already in the office? What do you do? I mean, where are you?
They haven't been cleaned since Christmas and Easter.
You just getting rid of those Christmas dishes?
Yeah, getting rid of all that stuff. There wasn't anything left in the Christmas ones. I emptied those out. And the Easter ones, I hate them, but they needed to be cleaned and
Easter
washed
hadn't been
out.
that long. Yeah.
No. And then those will circle back to my mom, so that way that she can fill them up in a
She
20.
can fill them up with cookies at the next holiday and send them home with you.
That's
awesome.
exactly right.
I just have this vision of you going, there's no better time than going on with Chuck and Bo, get some stuff done around the house.
I'm gonna
Are
do
you
some
going to run a
dishes.
vacuum cleaner while you're on the phone? Like if you could just start vacuuming
The
while you're on
domestic
the
Z.
phone with us.
The domestic
I had
Z.
this vision, this image of him just walking around the house, seeing what needs to be done while he's
That's
talking to
exactly
us
right.
on the phone.
I don't do this enough. You're exactly right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I actually cleaned my kitchen counter, and one of my former players, Dusty Bunning, who lives in Dardanelle, he comes through and checks my heat and my air condition every year for me because the units are they were put in 2000 when the house was built, and all the units are still working original. And I'm trying not to replace them, so Dusty comes and takes care of them. So he'll come through when I'm not here. So I didn't want to, just have everything looking trashy when Dusty comes.
Okay. Yeah,
That
guests.
is a thing.
He has guests.
That is a thing. Like if you have anyone clean your house, you got to kind of clean your house before they come over to clean your house.
Yeah,
you can't look like a slob.
Anyone that has a housekeeper, it's
Yeah.
like, well, I got to spend 2 hours
That's
today
so
because
true.
the housekeeper's coming tomorrow.
Also, you got to put your stuff away because they might put it
That's right.
somewhere where you can't
That's
find
right.
it.
That's right.
But Z's on top of it. Hey, Z, how you feeling about this recruiting class, man?
Really good. It's a great class. It's got a little bit of everything, and the high school kids are. It's the best high school class in the country. No one has a class like that. And then you've already got 2 outstanding portal guys coming. One of them's a first team all conference guy at 6'11". He's going to help us. And then you got one of the best scoring guards in the country, and Jeremiah Wilkinson, who Chuck and I sat there and watched on a Saturday at Georgia. Chuck wasn't feeling real good that day, and we battled through it. And
he's right. I'd forgotten. I was sick that day.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and Wilkinson was out. It was really good. He only went 7 of 16, but Darius Acom went 7 of 16 also, and they beat us. And he was the best guard on the floor on that day. He's not better than Darius, but that day he was the best guard on the court, maybe the best player. So, Coach has got some guys coming. The key to this is going to be, who still returns. And, the two big questions. And, everyone feels like Billy will be back. I think the staff feels that way. But you just never know what Billy hears through this. And if he hears – it just takes one team to love him and tell him that they've got a place for him and they're going to sign him to a contract, then you got to worry about getting him back. But if not, he should return. Next year's draft is not near as strong as this year's draft, according to all of the basketball people. So it might do him well to come back another year. And he's so loved by the Razorback fans. But Malik Thomas, it's a coin toss. And that one may not work out as well for us. We'll have to see on Malik. He is definitely sought by some NBA teams for sure. And so, but the good thing with the way basketball and college athletics are now, we can pay well too. And we're guaranteed money. We're money that you don't have to worry about. You know you're going to get it here. And so, I think that those two obviously will be the key to how this finishes up. And I was over at basketball the day before yesterday, and they're not done. They're still recruiting for this 26-27 season. They're going to add another player, at least, maybe two. And so it's good, Bo. It's going to be a really good team. I think Chuck and I are going to have a great time with them, and our fans are going to love watching them.
Is it bigs that they're still after? I mean, that's the consensus.
Yeah, it is. And I've not heard them say much more about guards since they got Jeremiah Wilkinson. I do think they probed and talked to some other guards that were in the portal, Chuck, but I don't think they've really stepped very far with those guys. And they definitely know that we need some more quality depth, and we need another big man that can help us. We're probably one short right now, so that's critical. And they've had a couple guys on campus that they've been recruiting. One young man's been all over the country on visits, a very sought-after player. So they definitely know that we've got to get more size and more quality size. I would just love to see we love the 6'10", 6'11", 7-foot great athletes that jump out of the gym and lob, dunks. But boy, it sure be nice to have what we all saw this past year that hurt us, the Toby Owakas and the Koa Peets and the Boozers, a big, strong. I'm not saying you just go pick up a Boozer and easily, but you can get some form of like a Tobe Owaka, who we saw at Tennessee, and he was good, not great. And he got to Arizona, and he was the best player coming off the bench of anybody in the Big 12. And he's, these guys are 6'7", 6'8". They're not necessarily 6'11" or 7 foot, but they're strong and physical, and they got forearms, and they hit you. And I would love. We've not had one in a minute. That's 6'8", 6'9", 6'7". Strong physical guy. I'm not saying Corliss Williams, but somebody kind of in that mode would be really nice.
How sturdy is the kid from Furman, Bowser? What does he bring you in that regard that you're talking about there?
Well, it was interesting. I was talking to Bucky McMillan the day before yesterday at A&M, and he coached against that guy for 2 years, his freshman and sophomore year. Bucky was at Stanford, and he was there at Furman. And he was just bragging on what a good pickup that was for us, because he said, man, that guy at times can really be a problem, but he is in the type of player that we just were talking about, that 6'11", really long, just throw anything up there, he's going to catch it and dunk it. He's not a true back to the basket guy, but even Bucky said, he got better doing a lot of stuff inside the paint as his career went on. His first team Southern Conference. And one thing that I liked what Bucky said, he said, that guy, he'll guard, he'll try to play defense, he'll block some shots, he'll change shots. And, Nick was not a bad defensive player at all, Nick Pringle, but Nick was not a big shot blocker. Malik Ewan and Trevin Brazil blocked a lot more shots. Billy Richmond blocked more shots. But he gives a little bit of a defensive presence. He had a hard time at times with strong, physical players, and we'll see if the SEC has a lot of those. Generally, the SEC does. And speaking of that, I was going through SEC rosters. I think it was Sunday. I was just sitting there looking through, and it's crazy that here we are entering May, and most of them don't have any type of roster. You know, LSU had a roster that says no players available this time. You know, and even us, we don't even have a roster up. It's so different, Chuck. You know what I mean? From the days of, hey, you have 3 seniors. We know we got to go find 3 players to replace them. Let's go get 2 high school players. Let's go get a JUCO guy. And it's just so different. And these teams are still building these rosters. But I think that Cooper's going to be really good. I just think he's going to help us. It would probably be perfect if he could be no matter if he starts or plays, but a guy that plays 20 minutes a game. I don't know if he's the kind of guy that we need him playing 35 minutes a game. He may get a little tired, wore down, and so he's a piece. He's a piece to be successful. And Paulo's a piece of this, too, who's been in the program a year. I thought he had a setback this past year when he got hurt, and he was out for about 3 months, and he's a guy that they really want to develop. He's 7'1". He's sitting right here on our team now. He can move, he can run, but he's skinny, right, Chuck? He's another skinny, slender guy. And so, if he can help us some, that would benefit this basketball team.
Z, with the number 1 recruiting class, means you got a bunch of freshmen that can play, but it also means you're young. And college basketball is not going to be as old this year because a lot of the COVID 6-7-year guys are out. And so you don't have a bunch of 25, 26-year-old basketball players anymore. Are you concerned about the youth on the team? Like, just in terms of what that means, because they got a lot of talent, but they're also going to be young.
Yeah. You always kind of worry about that deep down a little bit, especially when you're coaching a team and you're trying to, get them as good as you can right off the bat in November. But his players that he recruits are just different than we've ever had at Arkansas for the most part. I mean, we've had some top 10 guys, whether it was an Anthony Black or Jordan Walsh or, a Bobby Portis or, some great ones that are top-ranked kids coming in before. But it's not like it is with him where you got 4 or 5 of those guys, and most years you're going to have at least 3 of them, and he just knows how to get a lot out of those guys. And they're so good, like a Darius Acuff, that although they're a freshman, you just forget they're a freshman right off the bat. I mean, that was what was so impressive with Darius and Malik. They're wearing teams out, and it was just amazing for us there with the games. These guys were just young players, and they looked like they were 5th-year guys. It's so good, and he gets every time they got a recruit in. It's the number 1 center in this class, and the number 2 center in this class, and the number 1 point guard, Darius Acuff, the number 1 shooting guard in the whole country, Malik Thomas, and it's amazing. And those guys are just a little bit they're different than signing guys that have to go through a 3 or 4 year process to really help you.
Z, always great catching up with you. I don't know who else sits around on a Sunday afternoon and gets out
the same
laptop and tries to find every SEC roster there is, but I mean, that's why we have you on. I know you'll be happy when they start actually updating their rosters on their websites.
Yeah, I just want to see who they got.
Yeah, I know.
It's just weird.
You should pick up the phone and call them. Hey, you guys update your roster. I'm looking for who's on there. I'm trying to get some work done here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I look forward to seeing who people have, and do they get a few guys back? Some of them do, some of them don't. It's just so crazy. Rick Barnes always retains players, and he hadn't retained anybody this season. It's just so many changes year after year, so much money driven. Boy, you have to work.
Is Kentucky going to have anybody on their roster next year? Will Kentucky have a team?
Yeah.
You think they'll have a team?
Yeah, they'll have a team, and he'll put some guys together. They're not going to be the most talented team, obviously. They're going to have some talent issues. They're going to have some depth issues probably. And so there are some troubled times there. But, really, I just worry about – I always look at stuff for Florida and Alabama, who I've just been watching every day, trying to see what they're doing. Used to be that way with Auburn, but since Bruce Pearl left, you don't worry about them quite as much. They can still beat you. But But I worry about what's Florida got coming back, and they'll have some guys back, right?
Yeah.
And Alabama, and so I look at those guys more at this point than Kentucky, because Kentucky is kind of taking a step back.
Yeah, they have. He's Matt Zimmerman, everybody. Give it up for Matt Zimmerman. Coach C, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Have yourself a
You're
good
welcome.
Thursday.
Thank you. Hey, Bo, maybe after about 15 years of being with Chuck every day, he'll know where I'm from. Okay.
I know where you're from. I can't ever remember St. Vincent. I
know where you're from.
I've got this mental block on the name of that. I've been there. I've been there. It's like Zimmermanville.
That's right. You came to my father's funeral.
It is like Zimmermanville there.
Yeah.
And but I can't ever remember the name of the town. And that's on me. I mean, it's, like who else could it be on?
From St. Vincent, Arkansas, Matt Zimmerman.
Talking down to people, Bart.
I'm going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. With easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork. If you've been settling for a light beer that just doesn't quite do it, it's time to try Flight by Yuengling. With nearly 200 years of tradition behind every sip and only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs in every can. Whether you're golfing, at a tailgate, or just hanging out in the backyard with friends, Flight delivers real beer flavor without the extra calories. Light beer and a full beer taste. That's something you don't have to apologize for. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Hey, if you've been thinking about a new truck, now's the time to head over to Chevy of Fayetteville. Supplier pricing is backed by popular demand for the final days of Chevy Truck Month, and that means some seriously big savings. With over 200 new Chevys in stock and ready for immediate delivery, finding the right one has never been easy. Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Park, or visit ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Together, let's drive.
You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Well, that's all I wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Haskell Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service.
And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You got it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete collection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated.
You're not a number here. It's a family atmosphere, and you're going to know who you are, going to know who your kids are, your family is.
DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people. It feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters.
We preach home time, and in essence, that's probably our biggest attribute is just the family atmosphere and knowing our drivers the way we do.
If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Chuck and I have been doing radio our entire lives. We've been doing shows like this our entire lives. But I feel like we've been having these same conversations for 30 years, Chuck. And it is basically, how do we win at football?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
National Honesty Day. Is Arkansas going to win at football? National Honesty Day. I'll tell you who's honest. The folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They're all about doing what they say they're going to do, on time, on budget, all of that. And when you get a roof from them, you know you're getting a complete system. Like all the parts that come with the roof that are actually meant to go together, not aftermarket, not something different, not cutting a corner. And you know that. We talk about that all the time. But have you heard us talk about this? What you may not know is all roofs are not paid for the same. Teamwork's just making it easier for you to upgrade your roof. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time. No payments for 60 days. Need help with your deductible? They can help with that. Teamworkbuilt.com. That's the website. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by Teamwork. All right, Edward, honesty.
Edward's got a mouthful.
I know.
Of biscuit.
I mean, I told him we were coming to him out of the break.
He doesn't care.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
There's a damn good biscuit right here.
Okay. You're perking up.
Wow,
Yes.
you really are.
Yeah.
It has an effect on my mental health in a positive way.
Yeah, you got the Fridge Sig, which is also known as
Fridge
the Coke
Sig.
Zero.
Yeah.
Chuck, how about you? Honesty.
If I'm being perfectly honest, I like the processed cheese on the Brahms biscuit better than cheese that I know is better and more expensive and kind you'd buy at the store. I like the processed cheese.
Good processed
I do. I'm not afraid of the process.
Last time Chuck went to Napa, he said, "You got any good processed cheese?"
You have any Kraft singles? You have any Kraft singles?
Chuck trusts the process.
He trusts the process.
I do.
Trust the process.
Kraft singles, Cabernet.
Let me
Can't
give
beat
you the
it.
analogy of cheese. Trust the process. Bart, honesty. What's something you like that you don't want anybody to know that you like, Bart?
There's probably a long list.
Oh, yeah. Riley said 10 seconds. I don't know if that's enough time.
That's not.
You're going to be saved by the bell, Bart.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, Bart. Sometimes you're too honest. 7:55, Chuck and Bo.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. And members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation. And for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. Distribution Solutions Incorporated.
You're not a number here. It's a family atmosphere, and you're going to know who you are, going to know who your kids are, your family is.
DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people. It feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters.
We preach home time, and in essence, that's probably our biggest attribute is just the family atmosphere and knowing our drivers the way we do.
If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You and Bart are going to be rolling around in the home.
Okay.
No, let's not get carried away.
That's a great topic.
You're putting
That is a
years on me here.
Oh, hold on, though. That's a great topic. You in a assisted living home, and you holding court, and you being pissed off at people. That's a great topic.
Bart's
What does
gonna have an
Bart
illegal
look like
pudding
at
racket.
86? What does an 86-year-old Bart look like in an assisted living home where he's in there holding court and telling people that he's going to run the place? He's going to run the place. And then, he's going to maybe get thrown out. Do people get thrown out of assisted living?
They do.
place?
They do. There are many, and I'm one of them. You've been through this with your parents, and I went through it with both my parents. You see some of the most incredible things, some of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. I mean, and all you can do is laugh when you get in that situation. And I suspect Bart will provide a few of those moments when the time comes, and I hope I do too.
I can see it. Can you see it, Bart?
No, not right now.
Come on. That's way too far out for Bart. Bart should not think about that.
Well, yeah. I'm just talking about, you and dealing with people. And get out of my room.
Well, I mean, look, nobody wants to be invaded.
There will always
Well,
be
the good part is you can say those things at that age and completely get away with it. I mean, completely get away.
Can you imagine Bart having a podcast in 86 and completely saying
The
whatever
whole
he
world's
wants?
going to hell in a handbasket.
Whatever he wants to say. Totally, kind of like the show, but you just another level.
Yeah.
Just on another level. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I would argue that sometimes a Big Mac is like,
Hey,
that's
when-
gourmet, man. I'll take it.
When
Like,
you're hungry, it's not bad.
If you made me pick a meal, like, hey, you could have anything. Like, if I was dying tomorrow, if I'm going to the, electric chair, I'm probably gonna have a Big Mac.
No.
Are you
serious? Not a chance.
Tell me something that's better.
You don't go to the electric chair every day. I mean, you just don't. I mean, it calls for a Big Mac. I mean,
Chuck
really.
and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Man, I'm ready to go to Hot Springs.
Here we go.
I am ready to go to Hot Springs.
Let's go. Who's excited?
I-
Come join us.
I
Come
am
join
excited.
us, man. Come join us. Come
So
check it
road
out.
trip Thursday.
I'm excited.
We're staying an extra day. I mean,
Well, it's the last weekend of the
That's
racing
exactly
season.
right.
It's the last weekend of the racing
We're going
season.
to
We're gonna
enjoy
make
one
it in.
another's company tomorrow
Yes.
at the races.
That's right.
It's
Yes.
a team
Might
building
have an
exercise.
ice cold Budweiser.
I'll make a promise right now. I'm going to make one commitment right now.
Okay.
I will lose with Chuck tomorrow, or I'll win, but I'm not going to win without him.
You're not
because I tried
deviating?
that.
You're not
Nope.
deviating?
Nope. Last time I tried
gotta
to
get the racing
down
form.
there for a race.
good
Chuck's
reminder.
Racing form will
You
just get
know,
you.
three's the favorite.
I
but
have
I've
a
got-
process.
That
Chuck.
racing form, all it does is empty your wallet.
You got to trust the process. You got to
Yeah,
trust the
yeah.
process.
You told me, you said the three's the favorite, but I got this one. And so I went and tried to box them and do all kinds of things with the favorite. And I was only going to
I believe I said overwhelming favorite.
Yeah.
Keep it
But
simple.
I'm going to go with this one
And-
because I like this jockey.
And my horse literally fell out of the gate.
Yeah.
And Chuck's won like 6-1.
Yeah, like
6-1
going
out of the
away,
gate. Bang.
4 or 5
bang.
lengths.
That's I won some money. Did you bet him? Not
it
like
simple.
not like I did, like I should have. Not like you did it.
I lost every other race that day, but I won the one that I bet in front of
You-
Bo.
you won the
That's
one.
really all that matters.
That's right.
Bo thinks I'm a genius. I walked out of there with $12.
That's true. I didn't know that until just now. I didn't know. I appreciate the honesty on National Honesty Day. You know, Chuck's honest.
I'm
It just
joking.
takes a while for it to come around.
Yeah,
You know, I wouldn't expect it in the moment,
Actually,
but
that was a
eventually
good weekend, if I remember.
it'll come around. On National Honesty Day, I'd like to salute this guy who's not honest. Atlanta Hawks ex-VP of Finance has been sentenced to 3 years in prison for embezzling. Not like, a few $1,000s. $3.7 million
That's a lot of embezzlement.
with the team's credit cards. You're the VP of Finance for the Atlanta Hawks of the NBA. What are you doing with credit card purchases that aren't for the Hawks? Well, I'm glad you asked.
That's quite a limit, too.
$160,000 for concerts and events. $160,000 on concerts and events. $115,000 on a diamond ring. Sorry, honey, I stole that from the Hawks.
You have to wonder where that diamond ring went, too. I mean,
Well, that's
who
what-
got the
that's-
diamond ring?
Well, I mean,
who got
well,
the
where
diamond
is it
ring?
now?
Yeah.
Where is it
Yeah.
now?
Who
Are they
was
are
the-
they
yeah.
coming back to get it?
I don't know.
How about this? $100,000 at Saks Fifth Avenue. What would you do with $100,000 in Saks Fifth Avenue? I'm going to tell you right now, and I mean this. I'm being as honest as I can be. There's no way I could figure out how to spend $100,000 in Saks.
Oh,
Fifth
yeah,
Avenue.
you could. You could buy 5 things and you'd spend $100,000 in
I'd-
Saks.
I mean, really?
Well,
Really?
it's-
Do they,
well,
do
I
they
mean,
have $20,000 items in
they
there?
have expensive stuff there.
I know
mean,
it's
you can
expensive.
go looking. You can
I know
go
it's
look.
expensive.
You probably.
Quite
I don't want to get bogged down in it. I mean, you probably could spend $100,000.
My point is, I don't know I can last long enough to figure out enough purchases. Like, I'm a 20-minute shopper.
Hey, no, me too. I mean,
You know? Now, I guess you could just walk up to somebody that works there and say, I need $100,000 worth of clothes, and here's kind of what I'm looking for. Load up a bag. I guess you could do that.
different
I
colors,
mean,
variety of colors.
It is designer brands. Like that's.
I know, but we're
Like-
talking like 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not talking like $20,000 items, right? Like, I mean, outside
Add
of
a little glitter.
I don't know. I don't
I
shop
mean-
at Saks. I know I've gone in there a couple of times. I've looked at some shoes. And like $2,000 isn't what I was going for.
I just pulled up the website.
Yeah,
and
give me some price. Give me like what's a
this is Prada. Like here's a Prada dress for $5,300.
That's what I'm saying. That's $5,300, not $50,000.
Buy 20 of them.
Yeah, but I mean it adds
My
up.
math
Here's a
right
jacket for $7,000. I mean
you're gonna have to buy at least 12 items. I don't know if I have the patience or the time to buy 12 items.
Well, I know.
I run out of gas.
I know that's true.
I run out of gas.
I know.
So I'm saying maybe it was overtime. Maybe it was
30 minutes is 30 to 45 minutes, and I'm
my head starts spinning. I get dizzy.
Terrible mood.
I
just
get
awful.
my biorhythms get
Terrible
off.
to be around.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I get vertigo if I'm in there.
That's why I tell people, look, you got 30 minutes. I'm going to be a totally different guy. This pleasant guy this pleasant guy I am right now, the one I generally am, it's not going to be that way 30, 40 minutes from now.
You set the timer.
That's right.
I got 5 minutes till this thing falls apart. 5 minutes till this thing falls apart. I'm heading for the exit. I'll be outside.
You get the 40-minute mark, and then it's over.
$80,000 he spent on trips to the Bahamas and Thailand. So I
can see that.
He spent $100,000 at Saks Fifth Avenue on the Atlanta Hawks credit cards, but only $80,000 worth of trips to the Bahamas and Thailand.
Well, you got to be attired properly when you go.
Here's a $22,000 jacket.
There you go.
22,000. Is that a good-looking jacket?
Bart's
Smoking jacket?
It's a Prada jacket.
Bart's going to be asking for a raise.
Guys, I got to go to Saks.
I get the Saks thing going on. Isn't that wild though? The VP of Finance would embezzle $3.7 million on the team's credit card? Like what?
I think there's a lot more to the story.
There's got to be something.
I think there's probably a lot more to the story.
Edward, can you tell us the rest of the story? I know you're the investigative reporter here. When Bart's busy doing other things. Yeah.
Whoever got the diamond, that's the linchpin to the whole story right there. Whoever got the diamond, we're getting to the heart of the matter right there. And they may get everything else back, but they're not getting that ring back.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not getting that ring back.
You think Mike Vrabel is going to continue to coach for the New England Patriots?
No.
I think that's going to come to an end. You think for how long? Like a couple more years, or
until it ends there. Yeah.
Boy, that's quite a story.
It is.
Kind of went silent in here, didn't it?
But I mean,
kind of got quiet.
We really haven't gotten into it.
Neither of the national shows. They don't know what to say.
Yeah. Right, because what do you say? I don't understand why Vrabel would lose his job. Right? Or
I hear you on that. But
also, I mean, Robert Kraft is the owner of the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
so.
I hear you on that too. I don't think I don't think the judgment on the job's a moral thing. I think it's more about is so much going on that
is he a distraction?
And and also
that's why I think ultimately he'll step away.
And does it take away from him? Somebody asked me this question the other day about players that speak out about their beliefs or whatever, and it doesn't go well, and the team ends up moving on from them or whatever. When it comes to a team and an organization, it has to be about the team first. I don't mean you sacrifice your beliefs or you change your beliefs or you change who you are. But when it comes to speaking out publicly, and it takes away from the team, and you become something that all your teammates have to then respond to and talk about and get asked about and all these things. That's not what you're looking for. It doesn't, I'm not picking a side on any sort of belief in terms of how people share those, but man, you're putting your thing above the team. And you got to decide sometimes if that's so important to you, then maybe you don't need to be part of that organization and you need to go do what you feel like you need to do. But when it becomes a distraction at that level, everybody else is looking at you going like, what makes your message so much more important than mine? And why do I have to talk about this? Why do I have to deal with this? And I think that's what might end up being an issue with Vrabel and the Patriots.
When all that stuff happened with Kraft, that was not a locker room issue. I mean, I'm sure they talked about it in the locker room, but it was not a locker room issue. Vrabel's a locker room issue. And I know people say that, oh, those players don't care what he does. Well, most probably don't, but there are some who do. And I just think when it's all said and done that it may be a little bit too much for everybody to handle right now. I'm not saying he's never going to coach again. I'm not saying she's going to be unemployed for the rest of her life, but I think right now it might be best for both of them to get out of the public eye as much as they can.
Have we gotten a spring football update on North Carolina? How's the Belichick-Petrino thing going?
Oh,
I mean, really? No, I'm curious.
I don't know.
I'm curious. What does that look like this year? Did they have a spring game? Did Belichick have a spring game?
I have not heard about it.
I haven't heard. Well, I haven't heard hardly anything about North Carolina.
I haven't heard much about spring games, period.
No.
It's just I haven't heard anything about it. Used to, you knew when, at the very least, you knew when 4 or 5 of the big schools' games were, but I don't know anything about anybody's.
Time for What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. They did not have a spring game.
It does not appear that they did. Yeah, it does not look like it. In fact, here, well, no, that's from last year.
This is like,
but I think it probably still applies. This is a headline from last spring. Belichick, UNC in spring ball with unremarkable practice.
Well, I would not.
That would.
Yeah,
that's the same.
I mean, Belichick wouldn't let half the players on his team even talk to the media when he was with the Patriots. I mean, I can't imagine him wanting other people to see what he's doing in a spring football game.
Outside of the girlfriend situation, there's been almost zero conversation about Belichick as a coach at North Carolina.
You know, I was about to say a minute ago, North Carolina's got to get to the point where they're no longer a sideshow, but really a football program. You know, every time North Carolina took the field last year, all the cameras were on Belichick and his girlfriend. That was it. And they've got to get to the point somehow. And just for the record, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. And I've never thought they'd be able to do it there. But somehow they've got to get to the point of where they're a football program. And it's not about Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. He's hired Bobby Petrino and all this stuff.
The GM.
Yeah, all the things they've got going, and they're all making a lot of money over there right now. I mean, that's the one thing that he sold them on was we all need to be paid a bunch. And but at some point you've got to look like a football.
$10 million?
Yeah. At some point you got to look like a football program when you take the field. And right now they've just not hit that yet.
Yeah, I mean, I just hear very little about when Bill Belichick becomes a college football coach, you think that's just going to be something people are really paying attention to. And they are for all the wrong reasons.
That's right. That's right.
It's really got nothing to do.
It's a sideshow.
Yeah.
It is a sideshow. And it I guess it gives people something to talk about, but that's not they've not proven yet they can be a legitimate college football program under Bill Belichick. Now, maybe it'll happen this year. I wouldn't bet against him, but it's not happened yet.
Another thing that's happened is Deion has just disappeared at Colorado. I hear nothing about Deion, Coach Prime, hardly at all anymore. Like his kids and Travis Hunter left, and it's like he doesn't even exist. Am I wrong? I just have a couple observations here about football and stories you thought would be like. But he was the hottest thing, the hottest topic in college football for a year.
They packed the stadium,
and then poof. Like, when's the last time you heard about Coach Prime at Colorado?
All you hear about now is his health. You know, what kind of health he in?
Aflac commercials.
Yeah. You know, at some point you have to win. And I don't mean just, win 7 or 8 games. If you're going to be what Deion, presented that program to be, himself to be, this is, hey, this is where all the cool kids are hanging out. At some point you've got to win big. And they're nowhere close to winning big. They are nowhere close to winning big. I like Deion. I've always liked Deion. I think he's got a lot of good things to say, and I think his heart's in the right place. But they're not going to win out there. It's just not going to happen. And I think that was pretty easy to see, even when things were going well out there, that it just wasn't going to last very long.
If I'd asked you 4 years ago, who's going to be the most talked about coach in college football, Nick Saban, Deion Sanders, or Kurt Signetti, what do you think you would have said?
Signetti would have been a distant third now. It would have been who?
I mean,
I've heard of those other
that's
two
just
guys.
an
I've never heard of
example
that Kurt Signetti fella.
of how things change. And it's always been like this. Like, things just change. They do. I remember when the Trojans at USC were winning in the 90s with Pete Carroll and Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush. And
that was the best
Lendale
team
White.
money can buy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the best
But you're
team
like,
money
how
can
have
buy.
they always not been a dynasty? And you thought they're always going to be a dynasty. It makes too much sense. L.A., Coliseum, back, and things change. They do. What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. Bart, what are we watching?
Well, we've got the Razorback softball team is back in action tonight at 6 p.m., a top 10 matchup at number 5, Texas. That is on the SEC Network. This is a big-time series, last weekend of the regular season for softball. The baseball team back in action this weekend against Ole Miss, I believe 17th ranked Ole Miss. That starts on Friday, and you'll be able to watch that on the SEC Network Plus at 6 o'clock. Sunday's finale in the series at 2 on the SEC Network proper.
What to Watch?
Proper.
Yeah, he's got that word going. Proper.
It's generally applied to cities or locales, but
not now.
It's a new application, and I like it.
The land of the network is it's the ESPN proper, SEC Network proper, versus
as opposed to
streaming.
Plus
2,
Got it.
all that stuff.
What to Watch?
The mothership.
Brought to you by Macadoodles. Hey, Macadoodles has the best shopping experience you're going to find because of their emphasis on customer service. They want to give the customer more than they expect. Free coffee, popcorn, but really everything's always in the same place, right where we're going. Just the inviting atmosphere that you have when you go in there. Some places you just run in, grab what you need. Other places you go in, you kind of enjoy being in there. And that's how Macadoodles makes you feel. Every Wednesday's Wine Down Wednesday, 15% off every bottle of wine in the store. They've got tasting open to close every day, spirit tasting on the weekends. If it's hard to find, if anybody has it, Macadoodles will have it. That's their commitment to you, the customer. Competitive pricing, great customer service, and a great selection. Macadoodles just north of Bella Vista in Pineville, Missouri, and at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every purchase earns loyalty points. More than 20,000 customers already enjoying those rewards. That means free stuff. So enjoy Macadoodles just north of Bella Vista and at Guess Who in Bentonville when you're getting ready for your next get-together.
We're full service here. We're like the concierge of sports talk radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
There are some traditions in Arkansas that we pass down from generation to generation, and at Blakeman's, they believe your jewelry should be one of them. As the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they've spent over 35 years helping families celebrate their most meaningful moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. This Mother's Day, honor the woman who started it all with a gift as remarkable as she is. From brilliant diamonds to modern-day essentials for daily wear, Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, celebrating Arkansas families since 1987.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
I mean, there are negatives that are you can point to fairly readily, and I don't mean that against any of them. We've all got negatives.
Let's talk about that.
I'm not going to lie.
What are they?
But I'm not going to talk about it either.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Marty Burlesworth coming up at the bottom of the hour. The Burlesworth camps coming up at the end of May, and we'll get the latest from him. Hey, this spring, Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric is teaming up with Razorback pitcher Colin Fisher to support youth sports right here in our community. Through the end of May, every new Paschal membership directly benefits Pagnozzi Parker Charities and Equipped Northwest Arkansas. These are a couple of local nonprofits that make sure every kid has the opportunity to play sports. Now, you can become a Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric partner. Membership start at just $8.99 a month. You can take advantage of their planned protection program. Keeps your house humming year-round. Gives you peace of mind of knowing that everything's going to be working properly. And you can also help out a couple of very worthy charities by logging on to PaschalPropath.org, and you can sign up today.
So Z said something interesting earlier about getting on websites and looking at rosters because he's already thinking about basketball season next year, which is smart if you're trying to evaluate how good your team's going to be. How good's everyone else in the conference going to be? And how many players or teams returning? LSU just hired Will Wade. Side note, I don't know how LSU is going to pay for everything. And that's not our problem, and I'm sure they've got some sort of plan.
The governor's going to dip into state funds.
But they hired Lane Kiffin, and Kiffin's making what, $11 million a year. They hired Kim Mulkey a few years ago. She's making $2 to $3 million for a program that is a non-revenue producing sport. And they went out and they hired Will Wade and paid him I can't remember how much, but
paying that baseball coach a lot too.
Significant. And then they've got to have NIL for all of those rosters. And when I say NIL for all those rosters, I mean to win the SEC. And then you mentioned baseball. I don't know how they're going to pay for all this. Having said that, Will Wade took this job in a very sleazy way, if we're being honest.
Sleazy guy.
On National Honesty Day. They don't have but they got one player on their roster. One player.
See, I think that's the most interesting thing going on in college.
And tomorrow is May.
Yeah. I think that's one of the most interesting things going on in college basketball right now is how rosters are not just incomplete. I mean, they're not even half full. We've, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's like, oh, my gosh, what's the Razorback roster going to look like? They still got a lot more work to do. Well, they got this and this and this, but they don't have this. Have you looked at other teams' rosters? Do you realize how far ahead of the game the Razorbacks are right now? What Z was talking about a little bit earlier is spot on. You look at a guy like Rick Barnes over at Tennessee. These guys over the years, guys generally speaking, don't leave them. Or if they do, they're immediately replaced. And you've got rosters right now that are empty. Florida's got a bunch of guys back. Arkansas's roster's pretty close. And Alabama's got a few here and there, but there are a lot of rosters in college basketball that are terribly incomplete right now. So if you look at Arkansas's situation and you wonder what in the world's going on here, a lot more than is going on at other places, apparently. I'm sure they're all working behind the scenes, and we may see an avalanche of commitments and signings, all in one day. But I do think that's very interesting out there. What's going on or what's not going on.
I also am interested to see, particularly at LSU, but other places as well, how it's all going to work. Like, how does it go with Kiffin? The expectations are so high. How's it go with Will Wade? How long does it take Will Wade to have, a top 5 program? I think he's a really good coach. How long does it take him to really get? Because you can go take swings in the portal, and as we've seen, it just doesn't always work out. And the more you pay, the harder it is, I think, to have a collective unit as a team. All right, we're going to talk to Marty Burlesworth next. The camps are coming. Burlesworth camps are coming, and we'll get an update on that. Hey, Big Creek Golf and Country Club, you hear us talk about it all the time. I mean, what a great place. When I sold my house, I got a condo over at Big Creek. It's just a great place to go on the weekends for me because I live here, but you might be able to live there. And you talk about a wonderful place to live with a great community. They've now opened home sites on the golf course, the first new construction in 20 years. A vibrant community, year-round activities for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation. You think about fishing on the river or going to the lakes. They've got home sites available. Check them out at bigcreekgolf.com. Bigcreekgolf.com. Small town, but a big life. Are we a bunch of idiots or
Yes,
what?
we are.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal Pro Path to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal Pro Path and help support kids in your community. Join today at pascalpropath.org.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly. When it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Will Chuck and I still be doing a show when Arkansas wins a national championship in football?
No. And I'm no.
We'll all be dead and gone.
No.
Well, what about Edward? Will he be here to see it?
What about
No.
What about Bennett?
What about my son?
Yeah, what about
No.
He's not even. How old's Bennett? 2?
He'll be 2 1 month from now.
I mean, there's
Now, why do you say
my
that?
point is there is no evidence.
Okay, good.
There is no evidence whatsoever that points to that.
How about Ryder,
based on
my grandkid?
what we have
Ryder's slightly
today?
younger.
Does my grandkid have a chance
Sure,
at a lifetime
maybe
football
so.
national
Maybe so.
championship?
What about Ryder's children?
I don't
So
even
that's
know.
the near future.
Yeah.
That's the near future.
Look, I mean,
Now, come on, Bart. Why do you say that?
because there's no evidence to support the idea that Arkansas is anywhere remotely close to competing for a national championship in football. There's zero evidence to
What if
point
they
to
get
that.
lucky?
Well, you know,
I disagree slightly.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But
I'll tell you why. But go ahead.
There's nothing that says that this roster, that this coaching staff, that anything is remotely close to winning a championship.
Well, they just got here.
Well, I know.
And they would have said
know.
this. In fairness, they would have said the same thing about Signetti when he got to Indiana.
Sure, maybe so. And sure, you can catch lightning in a bottle, but there are so many other sports that are an awful lot closer to winning a national championship here than.
But does it
than
matter?
football.
I'm talking about not to that team and the program. I'm talking about the fan base, which is every Arkansan that cares anything about the Razorbacks. Does it matter? If you win every single championship in 18 other sports, does it matter?
It should, because you're not going to win one in football anytime soon.
Yeah, but whether it should or not, it doesn't change whether it does.
I understand that. I do. I really do.
You know, Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com.
I'd like to go to Augusta National.
I would like.
Never been.
I like how you say it better too. Augusta. It's phonetically pleasing.
I strive to be phonetic.
I know you do.
It's one of my goals every morning.
It's a good one.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You ready for Mother's Day, everybody? Everybody getting their stuff in line. That's for some people. That's if you're fortunate enough, that's 2 people to take care of. And Blakeman's wants to help you out. I mean, whatever the budget, you're going to make a memory that will last a lifetime when you go into Blakeman's. That's what they're about. They're about helping you with your story and marking the occasion in a way you'll never forget it. And they've been serving Arkansas families since 1987. From generation to generation, make mom feel special. Honor the woman who started it all with a gift as remarkable as she is at Blakeman's. Walk out of there with that purple bag, and you'll have the confidence that mom's going to be happy and you'll be remembered. Marty Burlesworth has done such an incredible job of helping us all keep the memory of Brandon Burlesworth alive, and he's joining us now. And Marty, good morning. We got camps coming up again. We do it every year, and excited to hear about what you've got this year.
Marty.
Yeah. Hey, guys, how are we?
We're doing great, man. How are you?
Good. Very well. Yep, Brandon Burlesworth football camp's coming up for the 26th year. And,
26th year. Wow.
26.
It's
crazy, isn't it?
amazing. You know, it's amazing how many of the former players come back, and that's the thing about this camp. I mean, you can tell us more about it, but I mean, it's there are Razorbacks everywhere, and I think for the kids and sometimes even for the parents, it's a big thrill to be there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And now, you know, with the way college football has changed, you know, we even have active players as well, which is pretty cool, especially for the kids, but for all of us, and even our former Razorback players. I mean, they welcome these guys in that are on the active roster the way, you know, they're able to volunteer their time as well, and we thank them and all our former Razorback players, like you say, Chuck, that come back year after year after year to work these camps. Some of these guys have been there, well, since day one, you know, very first camp. So, you know, when we were trying to figure out what we were doing, how to do it, but, you know, thanks to Coach Tommy Tice and all our former players for all these years, these things have been really successful and have impacted a lot of kids.
You know, we did a SEC storied film. Marty helped, and it was about Brandon and Clint Turner and their stories. And we went to a Burlesworth camp and did a lot of interviews with former teammates of Brandon's. And Chuck, 3 or 4 of them broke down. Like even, and this is 2 or 3 years ago, you know, 2 decades plus later, the impact that Brandon had on his teammates still lives on today. And I think about some of these teammates like Anthony Lucas, now the head coach at Fayetteville High School, you know, was at Pulaski for a while. You think about the success of guys like Grant Garrett and Russ Brown. I mean, Clint Sterner and the impact that he's had in his career and what he's doing in Houston as a media guy. Marty, you could speak to it more, but what do you get when you come to a Burlesworth camp that may be a little bit different than any other camp you go to?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It is going to be different. One thing, you're going to get more than football, and that's what's really, really important about these camps. We say it's football and so much more, and a lot of the so much more is you're going to hear stories. You're going to hear Brandon's story. You're going to hear the stories of these players. You know, the struggles, what they went through, what Brandon went through, what it is to overcome adversity, and to never quit. And I think that is it's so important. You're going to hear about faith, so important. So, you know, many of these kids, I say many of these kids, you know, we have football camp scholarships available, and if the listeners, if you have no children that cannot afford to attend these camps, please contact us through our website, brandonburlesworth.org, and we'll be happy to provide camp scholarships for these children so they can hear these stories also about overcoming, you know, your current situation. You know, maybe you've not been encouraged all that much. Maybe you know, you've just been told you can't, like Brandon, and that to hear that it is possible, you can, and others have done great things from similar situations is really powerful and a key part of these camps, along with learning a great deal of football from guys that have played at the highest level.
Marty, I don't know who coined the term Burl's Way. You may, but that just when you say the Burl's Way, everyone in Arkansas understands at the very least that that's the right way to do things. They may not know exactly where it came from or exactly what it means, but doing the right thing somewhere in there. You see the impact on this, not just with these kids at football camps, but in everything the Burlesworth Foundation does. And I do think about the fact that it has been over 25 years now, but the legacy is remarkable, and it lives in a lot of kids in our state, and that's a credit to you and a lot of other people. But it really is remarkable the way that has transformed a lot of lives.
Yeah, it is, Chuck, and that's I think that would make Brandon happy. I know that that would be incredibly meaningful for him, and that's part of the reason we do it. You do it for the kids, you do it for everyone, and we've got the Burlesworth Trophy that has a similar impact on college players around the country, and they know Brandon's story, and these guys, these Burlesworth Trophy nominees, they came that it's usually just a repeat of Brandon's story in a lot of ways. They've had to overcome obstacles and start as a walk on and not really be given much of a chance or thought of much of a chance, and they've worked their way up just through hard work, determination, with strong faith, and not never giving up. So the Burl's way, we'd like to. It's doing the right thing, and even when no one is looking, and that's equally important.
Marty, what are the details that people need to know for this year's camps?
Yes, our camp dates are May 28th in Farmington, May 29th in Harrison, May 30th in Little Rock at Moore Memorial Stadium. And if you are interested, we will fill up. We generally always do. We encourage you to go to BrandonBurlesworth.org, and you can get all the camp information right there on our homepage. You can sign up online. It's real easy. Ages, boys and girls, 7 to 15 years old. But we do encourage you to, if you're considering registering before we fill up, I would get on that right away.
Okay, that's Farmington, Harrison, Little Rock, end of the month of May. And go to BrandonBurlesworth.org. I'm kind of kidding with this question, Marty, but I was thinking as you were talking about the Burlesworth Trophy and how celebrated it has been for walk-ons around the country. Are we going to have any walk-ons left with the NIL era in a couple of years?
Oh, boy, I don't know, man. I know I have done interview after interview about that, and I don't have an answer. I'm hoping the powers that be will come to their senses eventually, but we will see how it shakes out. Burlesworth Trophy be around one way or another, but it definitely has changed the college landscape, no doubt about it.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, and continued success to the work. Well
Chuck
done.
and Bo, I appreciate y'all having me.
All right,
appreciate you having me on so much, guys.
Thank you, Marty. Take care now. Have a good Thursday.
Yeah, he mentioned Tommy Tice's name, and I'll say this before we hit a break, that, Coach Tice was Brandon's coach at Harrison. Coach Tice is now the head coach at Farmington. He kind of runs all this. I mean, and it's a labor of love for him, I know. He's got a full-time job. I mean, he's head football coach at Farmington. He's got stuff going on, but he handles this, and it is one of the great success stories in our state.
It's 8:43 Thursday morning. It's the last day of April, and it's National Honesty Day. Please do share your honesty, or we'll just go back to Bart and we'll take another round of his honesty, because it's always
brutal.
there.
It's brutal honesty.
Brutal and ready. Honest Day. Honest Abe, National Honesty Day.
What do you guys want me to be honest
Well, we'll get into it next. I mean, look, this is what we do. We heal the hurting. We touch the hearts. We talk about the things that matter to people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you've been thinking about a new truck, now's the time to head over to Chevy of Fayetteville. Supplier pricing is backed by popular demand for the final days of Chevy Truck Month, and that means some seriously big savings. With over 200 new Chevys in stock and ready for immediate delivery, finding the right one has never been easy. Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Park, or visit ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Together, let's drive.
If you've been settling for a light beer that just doesn't quite do it, it's time to try Flight by Yuengling. With nearly 200 years of tradition behind every sip and only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs in every can. Whether you're golfing, at a tailgate, or just hanging out in the backyard with friends, Flight delivers real beer flavor without the extra calories. Light beer and a full beer taste. That's something you don't have to apologize for. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Looking for tough, reliable equipment from folks who feel like neighbors? WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. They're big hog fans, just like you, and they're always ready to help you find the right equipment for your job. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust to get the work done right. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcat machines, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
There are some traditions in Arkansas that we pass down from generation to generation, and at Blakeman's, they believe your jewelry should be one of them. As the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they've spent over 35 years helping families celebrate their most meaningful moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. This Mother's Day, honor the woman who started it all with a gift as remarkable as she is. From brilliant diamonds to modern-day essentials for daily wear, Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, celebrating Arkansas families since 1987.
When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age, with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
Hold on, guys. I want the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated.
You're not a number here. It's a family atmosphere, and you don't know who you are, don't know who your kids are, your family is.
DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people. It feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters.
We preach home time, and in essence, that's probably our biggest attribute is just the family atmosphere and knowing our drivers the way we do.
If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. If you listen closely, you can actually hear society crumbling. If you listen closely,
you can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I want to apologize for a mistake, an honest
Come
mistake
clean,
that
come
I made
clean.
earlier in the show. I said USC felt like a dynasty there for a couple years in the 90s. It was the early 2000s. And it was pointed out by,
You were wrong.
Matt.
Someone
Matt
tell Bo he was wrong. Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Chuck takes the. I'll take the leadership role. I'll step up. Somebody needs to step up. Rod wants to know, when is National Dishonesty Day?
Tomorrow.
Well, that's every day, Rod. That's why we got to have an honesty day. Because every day.
We're going to go to the casino tonight and have National Dishonesty Day.
Yeah, well, no, that'll be tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
That'll be tomorrow
How'd
morning.
it go, guys?
Oh, great. Clean them out.
Great. Bart, you had a story earlier that was written on Sorsby, the dude, the quarterback. Is it Brendan?
Brendan.
Brendan Sorsby.
You landed on it, Brendan.
He's the guy that's checked himself into rehab and violated NCAA rules, gambling, and reports of him placing up to 20 bets a day, and we've all heard the story. But there was a story that came out at CBSSports.com about
how it
gambling,
and how it might reshape the Big 12 title race, right?
And in it.
So I'll just read the first two paragraphs here. Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby is away from the team indefinitely after entering a gambling addiction program, which threatens his status for the upcoming season. Texas Tech was an overwhelming favorite to repeat as Big 12 champions after acquiring Sorsby this offseason, but has now moved to even money at plus 100 via FanDuel Sportsbook after Monday's news. The Red Raiders' projected win total has also decreased, going from 11.5 at opening to 10.5 victories, and Sorsby is no longer on FanDuel's Heisman Trophy odds list after opening at plus 2,500, just outside of the top 10. The story has since been amended, and that paragraph has been removed.
Oh, my gosh. It's everywhere. What do you want to bet that he doesn't play in college football again?
Oh no, he's done. He's going to be done. He's like the more.
What are the odds on that?
The more that has come out about this and about his gambling habits. First of all, just like I got to be honest. Like, just one of the dumber moves you could possibly make as a college athlete is to have not just one online sports gambling account, but multiple online sports gambling accounts across multiple states. Like that stuff does get tracked and flagged. Like, you're a dead giveaway.
There's a guy,
to quote our friend Charles Ramsey.
Dead giveaway. There's a guy who can no longer say, "I'll bet on myself."
Yeah.
You can no longer say that.
Yeah. So I think his college career, his eligibility is going to be done, and I imagine he'll have to wait for next year's NFL draft. I don't imagine they'll hold a supplemental
I
draft.
bet they do.
Just for him. Maybe they will.
I bet they do.
Maybe they will.
Now look, we're assuming that he's going to come out healthy and happy and ready to go and all that.
So.
I
hope so.
I root for him to get on the other side of this, just like anybody else. I root for.
There have been plenty who have not that have been involved in sports, and I hope he's one who does.
But he's not getting it done at Texas Tech this year. That much we're pretty sure of. WT Equipment can help you get it done, whatever the job is. They've got Bobcats that can handle challenges like tough terrain, tight spaces, short timelines. WT Equipment's family-owned and operated, 4 locations throughout Arkansas. Whether you're running a farm, managing a job site, or taking care of your own land, WT Equipment has all the tools to help you get it done, like the Bobcat, New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and much more. WTEquip.com. By the way, the Live Golf Tournament, the Live
Barnett
Golf
thoughts on
World
that
is what?
too.
That's over? Is that?
It appears to be
The
coming
Saudis
to an
are
end.
tired of giving them money.
Yeah, they've pulled their funding, and there are reports that certain players
They're gonna
have
wash
reached
that
out
somewhere else.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Certain players have reached out to the PGA Tour about trying to find a way back. We'll see how that goes for them. Liv says that they're putting a new structure in place to continue, but it's not making any money. So that's just obviously not going to happen.
There was 1 week this summer they had 11,000 people that watched their event. 11,000 worldwide that watched their golf tournament.
So they're done.
Yeah.
They're done. We'll see. I think some guys will probably be given a life raft. I think other guys like John Rahm, who were already given a life raft and declined it, are going to have a really hard time coming back.
Join us from Oaklawn tomorrow. We'll be doing the
Yes.
show. We're excited
Yes.
about it. We love going. Arkansas's only
It'll never be
casino
the
resort.
same.
It's fantastic. Hey, if you missed anything on the Chuck and Bo Show, catch it on demand wherever you get podcasts or on YouTube, where we also stream live every day. It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Happy Thursday.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at